Blessings, blessings, blessings. Good evening to all my True Be Told TV family. Thank you all for tuning in again on another night. Blessings to you all. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to my family on the panel. Also, when you all come in, please hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to the channel. Therefore, when we go live, you will get the notifications. Once again, blessings to everyone that has tuned in again on another night. Please be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, sub to the channel. It doesn't cost you a thing to hit that like button. So once again, hit that like, comment, share, sub to the channel. So when we go live, you will get the notification. Blessings to everyone. Blessings, 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 blessings to all the members, all the subs, even the people that just coming to check it out or whatever. Blessings to everyone. So, all righty. Family, if you all can hear me, please drop the StreamYard link so that Tips Love, when she come up, she'll be able to come up. Okay, so I'm about to get straight off into it, y'all. I'm a little bit under the weather, but it's well. My men went against it first. Now my allergies and everything messing with me, but hey, I already done drugged up a little bit, so I'm gonna make it through this live tonight, okay? So, okay. Shout out to Parch, shout out to Corey, shout out to everybody that is in the comment section. Thank you all for tuning back in. Because y'all don't tune in till we talking about chaos. That ain't right now, is it? Anywho, we still love you. All love, all love. Anywho, let me introduce my fellas. Y'all already know. I got my baby, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass, where you at, love?
Good evening, boss lady. How are you?
I'm blessed, babe. How you doing?
Doing much better than I was yesterday, but I still got a little ways to go. I want to say, I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us, spending this time with Truth Be Told. We appreciate it. If you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we go live. Peace and blessings to you all. Enjoy the show.
Blessings. Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Hope you feel better. I pray you feel better. Hope Mr. feel better, and I pray he feel better. Hopefully I feel better, because I don't know, I don't take no drugs, but I got my little beach drops. Then I done dropped me a little this night quiz, so we're going to get through this live tonight, though.
All right. Love you, boss lady.
I love you too, babe. Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Next up, y'all, I got my boy, Mr. He's not feeling too good either, y'all. You know, with the changing of this weather, it just messes with all of this, you know. But I don't like take medications, y'all, so all is well. But anywho, I got my boy, Mr. Where you at, baby?
Hey, blessings. Thank y'all for coming.
Hey, babe.
Thank y'all for coming tonight for another show. Sorry that we're under the weather here, you know, me and Mr. Bass, but we still here for y'all. So
yes,
enjoy the content. Blessings to you all. Thank you for coming. Share, like, and subscribe, and let's have a good show tonight.
There's somebody, Mr. It went from you to Mr. Bass, then to me. What they do that at? But I know what my issue is. I went to work in a cold house. The house I was working in was freezing, so I knew at that moment it was coming.
Oh man. Well,
but yeah,
we here.
All is well.
Yes, ma'am. Love you, boss lady. Let's enjoy.
I love you too, baby. You gonna feel better, baby. You gonna feel better. Oh, and Mr. Terry, Mr. So yeah. So we went from Mr. Bass, Mr. Terry, then me. But I'm good, y'all. I'm just sniffling, draining, and you know, chest just a little bit tight, but I know how to deal with it. Now I'm gonna get to the point where I have to give myself, you know, do no breathing treatment, because I do have my little machine, but I got my pump on deck, so I'm good, y'all. So shout out to everyone in the comment section. Shout out to my moderator. I love you all. Thank you all so much for doing the job that you all do. Also, thanks to my fellas. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Thank you. I just checked the chat. Thank you. Okay, so y'all, Tips Love 2, she'll be coming up shortly. But meantime, in between time, we about to get on with this content. Hopefully everybody had a blessed day on today. Also, comment in the comment section where you all are chiming in at. Chime in the comment section. Drop below in the comment section where you all chiming in at. And we about to get this show started. So, Mr. Bass, you ready, baby? Go ahead on and drop it.
Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. Well, R. Kelly may have come out with a majority win in the just concluded Chicago trial that was presided over by Judge Harry Leinenweber, but just like his lead defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean cited, we won't fully celebrate the win until we have the sentencing over with. Judge Harry definitely seemed in a rush to get the R. Kelly Chicago trial done away with, but not the sentencing itself, as he conveniently pushed the sentencing to February 23, 2023, more than 3 months away. The biggest debate around the sentencing, however, is whether R. Kelly will be allowed to serve whatever sentence concurrently with his current New York 30-year sentence, or whether he will have to serve them consecutively. Federal prosecutors want the Chicago sentence to be consecutive to the 30 years he already faces in New York for similar crimes, although this would definitely be totally unfair, given the alleged crimes in both cases are generally related. It's no wonder the greedy prosecution was too fast to include rather diverged charges in Chicago, including the unrealistic counts of obstruction of justice, just to argue that the trial was different from the New York one, inconsiderate of their slim, if any, chances at winning such bogus counts. What a complete waste of taxpayers' money. Luckily, the 12-man jury was rather impartial in their verdict, looking at the available evidence in relation to each count, and were equally quick to throw out the obstruction of justice charges that would have been an issue of concern in the sentencing, had he been found guilty for the same. Now, having been found guilty only on counts related to the New York trial, any fair judge would have to rule R. Kelly serves the two sentences concurrently. Judges often have the discretion to decide whether to give defendants who are convicted of separate crimes concurrent or consecutive sentences, and in this case, it will all be dependent on Judge Harry Leinenweber, but we also know the government will most definitely try to arm twist him into ruling on a consecutive sentence. It all now depends on Judge Harry's level of credibility. The second contentious issue about R. Kelly's Chicago sentence is the length of the sentence. Although R. Kelly is certainly going to appeal the unfair Chicago verdict, just like the New York one, a shorter sentence definitely makes it even easier to appeal. Of course, it's common knowledge that even only one count of distribution of CP in Chicago attracts a minimum mandatory sentence of 10 years in prison, and prison terms of even much longer time periods are possible, but we are counting on the realization that Judge Harry is cognizant of the fact that this trial is definitely appealable, and that he will try to be as considerate as possible, not to come out like a malicious, largely partial judge in the end, should the charges be completely dropped following an appeal. Of course, the stakes are high for him. He must already be aware he made a major mistake not to allow a forensic team to verify the authenticity of the said tapes, upon which most of the guilty verdicts in the trial are hinged, and he probably would like to right that wrong at sentencing. If he has any remorse, that is. This simply means, the lighter his sentence, the less the embarrassment after the appeal court finally throws out the verdict. There has also been a lot of talk that Judge Harry Leinenweber, despite the prejudice he portrayed all through the trial, is indeed known to be a rather lenient judge when it comes to sentencing. R. Kelly must be counting on this fact to first of all, get a reasonably small sentence of probably less than 10 years, partly because the counts on which he was found guilty are not that critical, and second, have Judge Harry rule that Kelly serves the sentence concurrently rather than consecutively, with the New York one that he is currently serving. The lengthy period between verdict and sentencing also allows enough time for Judge Harry to contemplate his sentencing options, and this could very well be a good thing for R. Kelly. As is always the norm, before sentencing, a pre-sentence investigation definitely ought to take place, to help the judge determine the most appropriate sentence from the range of possible sentences set out in the statutes. Usually, the pre-sentence investigation may consider the defendant's prior criminal record, family situation, health, work record, and any other relevant factors. R. Kelly fans in the R. Kelly fans camp are also rather optimistic about a fair sentence for R. Kelly come February next year. Shayla says, R. Kelly does not deserve any sentence, as it was clear that he was just being set up by those people close to him. Even those counts where he was found guilty do not represent a fair verdict, as they are based on tapes that we can't even confirm if they were genuine or not. Based on the testimonies from the trial, it would be no surprise if the tapes were merely fabricated to try and incriminate R. Kelly in some way. However, should the judge deem it necessary to sentence him to time in jail, it should be the bare minimum of no more than 5 years. Maybe this could help R. Kelly fans and supporters forgive the judge's prejudice portrayed throughout the trial. I personally believe God for a less than 5 years sentence for R. Kelly, and I will just as well pray the judge rules that he takes the sentence concurrently with the New York one. Janice says, we definitely can't be surprised by any sentence at this point because we saw the worst in New York. Nothing can ever surprise us like that unfair, hefty sentence that was imposed on R. Kelly as if he had taken a life. Personally, I don't care how long the sentence, as long as it will be served concurrently with the New York one. Although prosecution is pushing for the sentence to be served consecutively, precedent from similar cases demands he is charged with a concurrently served sentence, and I believe Judge Harry owes R. Kelly that much. Besides, the decision on whether the sentence is served concurrently or consecutively solely lies on the judge, and prosecution has no business recommending anything of the sort. It is also said that Judge Harry is a fair judge when it comes to sentencing, so we are basically hoping for the best. No matter what, the R&B king will eventually be a free man. Graham says, it's just a matter of time until R. Kelly is set free after his appeals. The unfair guilty verdicts on these counts will be appealed and thrown out. Those tapes that served as the key evidence were merely fabricated and were unworthy to guide any ruling. Now that the mistake is already done, I believe Judge Harry is not having any sleep when he thinks of R. Kelly's case and how he denied him the justice of an expert forensics team. If that doesn't drive him to issue R. Kelly the most lenient sentence, then be it. It still will be appealed and R. Kelly will eventually be a free man. Free R. Kelly. With all said and done, the fact remains that the best option for R. Kelly in all this is if the judge actually rules for a concurrent sentence, rather than a consecutive one. With no chance of having the sentence any longer than 25 years, a consecutive sentence means if at all the appeals didn't go his way, he still would not be doing any longer than 25 years behind bars. However, precedent truly demands that Judge Harry actually opts for a concurrent sentence, given the two cases were largely related, and this is exactly what we expect him to do, come February next year. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know what sentence you think Judge Harry will issue to R. Kelly based on all the facts. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.
Alrighty, you all. So I got my girl Tips Love 2 in the building. So I'm gonna bring Tips Love up.
What up, boss lady?
What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? Blessings, love. What you got going?
You know these boys.
Girl, tell me about a whole week fall break. Good God.
Lord.
All right, girl. So we just dropped Mr. Basin just dropped their first clip, their content. So they saying like the judge, pretty much the judge is a fair judge when it comes to giving out sentences. So far, everybody that we know of that he has sentenced, I don't find that to be true.
He don't look fair, do he?
No, I'm telling you from his record. From his record, he doesn't look.
He doesn't.
You got Bill Cosby. You got Bill Cosby. You got Larry Hoover. You got, I mean, now R. Kelly, and you have other, yeah. So I don't see him being.
I don't know, man. We're gonna. I think they're just trying to be optimistic because there's been so many bad news, but I don't know him to be fair. Because if he was fair, he would allow them tapes to be okay.
Not only would he had allowed those tapes tips, but however, if he was fair, he wouldn't even push with his judgment
The
to
way he did.
listen to word the way
That's
he
why I
wanted
said
the
I don't
word to give
understand
it
how
to
they
the
think about
jurors for the jurors to come back with a guilty conviction, right?
Yes, because that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're thinking about it because if y'all thought about him to be so fair, right? Why he took R. Kelly on this roller coaster? For me, he's part of the system, and I thought we adapted. All of us agreed that the highest are behind this, and that's just what it is. But for us
Exactly.
to think that now that they have made this man a sex offender, that they just gonna tap him on the back and be like, yeah, go do that 30 plus 5.
I know, right? So we gonna wait to see what happens and how that pop out. So we got some interesting news again on today in pertaining to chaos and what happened. Allegedly he is supposed to go to court on today, you all. So Mr. Bates, go ahead on and drop the rest of the content.
You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Barry Adrian Reese, commonly known by his stage name Cassidy, is an American rapper from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, best known for his single he did with R. Kelly, Hotel, which turned out to be his best hit ever. He once had an interview with Vlad TV, where he was asked how the accusations against R. Kelly in the wake of the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries made him feel, considering they did the big song Hotel together back in the days. Cassidy, who chose not to answer the question, did beat around the bush a lot, and instead mentioned how he didn't really have a relationship with R. Kelly aside the great song they did together. He also did say the two were supposed to meet again and do the song together on stage at the Madison Square Garden, but by the time Cassidy arrived at the location, R. Kelly had been involved in an altercation with Jay-Z's bodyguard who pepper sprayed him, causing Robert to be hospitalized. At a more recent interview with Cassidy, though, by the Ugly Money podcast, he seemed to have a different approach to questions regarding R. Kelly. Cassidy was asked whether he would give R. Kelly a pass considering the recent allegations against him. This time round he chose to say that he doesn't have time to hate on the R&B king, and would not be in position to judge him. Cassidy also doesn't understand why R. Kelly haters pretend to be all so frustrated with him alone, yet with everybody else who lied, they are cool with it. As for Cassidy, he chooses to leave the beef to those who felt offended by him. He also pointed out that if people continue hating like this, they are going to be fans to nobody by digging into their personal lives.
Saying don't just point the finger at one person, be quick to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Point the finger at one person like they so frustrated with this one person, but everybody else slide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
so frustrated with this man, but everybody else that do you cool with it. And it's like, man, all these, every time I turn on social media, I see somebody else doing something else, accused of something else, or caught up into something else. And it's like, at this point in time, with social media, all of this technology and all of these cameras, you ain't gonna be able to be a fan to nobody if you trying to dig into their personal life. I just really give a about what you could do as far as whatever you do. Like, if you could play basketball, play basketball. Like, I don't really care about your personal life if you're nice on the court. You know what I mean? If nice with music, I just care about your music. That's not my job to care about if you broke the law or you did something like that. That's other people's job. So they worry about that. not just worry about people entertaining me. Actors too. I don't really care what they do in their personal life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't got no real time for that. Even when I go to the strip club and you see a fire stripper, I don't care what she do in her personal life. She just entertaining me at the time.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want to know her life story and if she done tied it the other night. Like, I don't really care. Like,
Cassidy made it clear that all he cares about is the music R. Kelly brought to the table. If the music was good, that's his only concern, having been his fan and follower since childhood. Those who had issues with him are free to hate him, but that's none of his business, Cassidy. There is a way many people have made it their core business to bash R. Kelly because of the rumors they have heard about him, starting with when the surviving R. Kelly documentary was released. These people feel like R. Kelly owes them something simply because they either worked with him, or because they once listened to his music. According to Cassidy though, if you are a basketball player, you owe him dunkings, and if you are delivering those, then he is good with you. If you call yourself an artist, do good music, and he will not be digging into your history to learn how many crimes you've committed. For as long as he is getting entertained, then all is good. Cassidy says he prefers to leave the role of judgment to those involved, and to the judge, and God himself, because that's just not his business. While many have criticized Cassidy for his "I don't care" attitude, it sounds like the better thing to do that join the bandwagon hating on someone you may not even know whether they are innocent or guilty. Just because the New York judge says he is guilty, and has chosen to give him 30 years doesn't make it true. Cassidy ended his conversation saying everyone makes mistakes and nobody's perfect. Not even the nuns, the priests, the cops, or maybe even the judge. According to Cedric, while many artists have used this opportunity to bash R. Kelly, I am happy to learn that Cassidy is standing out and saying no to the bogus talk. It's a statement to say, I have no time to gossip about R. Kelly. It beats my understanding though when anyone, celebrity or not, takes to media and uses their precious time to judge the R&B king, yet we know well almost every artist has their own story. Even if the questions are being asked by the reporter, why allow to be whisked into such cheap talk, when there are so many other things you can choose to talk about? R. Kelly met Cassidy when he was only 20, but I am happy to see the man he has grown into. Very reasonable and independent enough not to be given what to talk about. If you follow all his interviews where he has been asked the silly questions concerning R. Kelly, you will notice that he prefers to describe how he and Kelly made his greatest hit Hotel, and pays no attention to the reporter's attempts to whisk him into discussing the case. According to Melissa, like they say, big little minds discuss people, small minds discuss events, but big minds discuss ideas. I am glad to note that Cassidy's media time is all spent well discussing only things that matter to him. No wonder for Cassidy, despite the fact that his career did start at an early age, he has been able to maintain an average net worth of $7 million, unlike many other artists who have lost it all. I always thought there must be something special with this guy, and he has proved it. While there is nothing for him to gain hating on R. Kelly, it's also a complete waste of time. Our relationship with R. Kelly has always been his great music, but all over a sudden when people came up with claims against him, many think it gives them a right to judge him. How awkward. We all know that R. Kelly has been lied on, and this was proved by the Chicago trial, which made almost all prosecution claims questionable. It's only right that these celebrities all refrain from passing their own judgment, considering R. Kelly's team now shows signs that they will do well even at the New York appeal. According to Michael, we all know R. Kelly was lied on. It would be so bad if even Cassidy, whose song R. Kelly promoted to such a level that he is recognized for it, would also turn his back on him and criticize. It's so clear that R. Kelly was framed and plotted against. Forget the trials and look at the evidence freely available online. All we can see are pictures of the women enjoying joy rides in his cars, enjoying vacations paid for fully by him, and the women showing off his shopping of new cloths. No picture shows evidence of abuse. It would be foolish for a fellow artist to take to media to play the judge and rebuke R. Kelly, instead of standing with him through these trying moments. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.
Thank you, Mr. Bass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to everyone in the comment section. I ask that as you all are in here, can you please be so kind to reach over, hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share as well as subscribe to our channel so that when we go live Monday through Friday, you all will get the notification. You will get that notification bell. Thank you all so much. Blessings to everyone in the comment section. Also to V, blessings. So tips.
Girl.
So Cassidy, like that's the first time I've heard say something about chaos within the industry. Excuse me, within the industry in a minute. Now you got Bow Wow just came back out, but however, these were people that had something to say, and then now they turn around and trying to unmute and have so many good things.
Not Cassidy though, right? Not Cassidy.
No, exactly, not Cassidy. However, Cassidy has remained what a grown man would do, like
mind your business that pays you, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna be doing that, digging into people's shit, like, hey, everybody got an issue then, right? Is that's what he was saying? Because that's pretty much what I got out of it.
Yes, because every single person has something of that someone else would think of as negative.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Everybody, the judges, who know what you done did in your past, just never got caught for.
Exactly. So pretty much like that's just what Cassidy said. It was up and it was stuck. He was on his grown man. Like, listen, like y'all judging that man. He without seeing cast the first stone is what Cassidy said.
Yeah, and let them know that even the nuns, honey, before they went there, they did.
Yes. Girl, listen, I remember tips. Girl, I remember when I lived back home in Alabama, right? And when I lived back home in Alabama, I had my own private duty sitting service, right? So, girl, when I had my own private duty sitting service in Alabama, I pretty much had the time to work for a nun, girl. So when he said that, I'm over here sniffling and shit. Listen, so when that was said, listen, girl, I literally worked for a nun. Girl, they a mess.
Yeah, but you know, some people put certain people on a pedestal.
Girl, they a whole mess.
Broke it down.
Well, not all of them. Not all of them. Just my experience with the nun that I had experience with. Baby, she was off the chain.
Yeah, but I mean, we all have a past. That's what that is all boils down to. And we as people can change. So not judging other people should be the myth that everybody goes by, because everybody has a dark moment.
Absolutely. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is life. You know, everybody go through that. Once you acknowledge it and move past that, we all do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, girl, we got these what you call them tips? The people that see everybody's wrong and don't see their own.
Themselves. Yeah. That's them.
They see everybody. What would that be called?
A hypocrite?
Not only a hypocrite, they said something about them in the word. Mr. Bass, he ain't feeling too good. I would add something, but picking the sum at your own eye before you pick it out, something like that. I ain't finna sit up here and lie on the word because I ain't finna quote it, and I really don't, you know. I just know it's something about picking the spake out your eye, then picking it out your brother eye, some shit like that. If anybody in the comment section know what I'm talking about, then just drop it. Okay, so shout out to Injustice Free rkelly. Also, shout out to Legacy One Customs LLC. Blessings, glad to have you back. It's almost like many stars in government are scared as fuck of what chaos could be if he was absolutely out and touch another studio and mic. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But that is, like I said, it's all a setup. They say him up. They know why they say him up. But you know, what God has for you is for you. You know, all them demons. Yes, thank you, Parch. Shout out to Parch. Shout out to our boy, J Rock. You ain't been over here hollering at us now, J Rock. Blessings, baby. Good to see you back, though, love. It's all love. Good to see you back. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you, Elwa. Shout out to my fam. Elwa said, take the law out of your eye before you take it out someone else's eye. All right, Elwa. All right. Shout out to all the family in the comment section. Be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Parsh said, I tell folks, don't look down your nose at me because I see your boogers, which means your shit not clean either. Facts. Shout out to Patricia Nelson. So my chat was lost somehow. Don't know how to get it back. I don't know what that means. So my chat was lost. Somehow don't. Okay, next. Shout out to Corey. What's up, Corey? Yes. I told you all, Corey, but no, Mr. Corey, you was gonna hang with that hung jury. However, I've been told you all that, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is, God's timing for everybody. God has his timing for everybody. Yeah, we can want him to get out of whatever, but as I told you all and I've been stated, you know, sometimes things happen for the good to those who believe, you know what I'm saying, and trust God. He might be sparing this man life, y'all, and we are so selfish to be like, okay, let this man out. Like, no, it don't work like that, y'all. Like, we don't move God. Like, we don't move him. We don't move him, period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what we want. Because if he did according to how we want, when we want, whatever, then this world would be fucked up worse than what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know, that's just what it is. Okay. It would have been a hung jury if the judge didn't change the word in the indictment. Baby, listen, not only if the judge didn't change the word in the indictment, baby, if the judge didn't change it right then and there before the people, we all seen what that man did. Soon he did it. I said, hell no. Boy, I went to come in, get with. Hey, I was blowing the social media up on the shout out to Justice for RK. Listen, I was blowing it up out. I said, hell no. He can't. What is he doing? This man just changed the whole word. And so he been to fuck this guy. So I mean, I had already said, like, soon he did the shit. So too blessed to be stressed. Blessings. Welcome to Truth Be Told, love. Blessings in God's timing. Absolutely. It's God's timing. God's timing for everybody's life. Like I said, God know what he's doing for chaos. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think if they let him out, the industry, allegedly, everything we sell here, truth be told, is allegedly. It is for educational. It's for educational purpose and use only. As you know, it's just one's opinion, but it's everything that we say is allegedly. But anywho, I think that is I'm sorry, y'all. Anywho, you know what I'm saying? I really think God's timing, like I stated, God's timing is everything. You know, when it's all said and done, I don't think, you know, God want him to be relieved as of right now. Because, like I said, how the industry want to do him, like, y'all, they'll have this man killed. We see it time and time again. And we be sitting up here thinking, yes, we be sitting up here thinking, oh, such and such died. They said such and such died from a heart attack. Oh, such and such OD'd off a drug. Oh, such and such. All along, it be them people, y'all. They send them people in and get your ass up out of here. You know, it's allegedly now. Everything we say over here is for educational purpose and entertainment only. Okay, Section 107 in 1976 is just entertainment and educational uses only. Everything we say is allegedly. Shout out to Jason Finch, blessings, as well as my girl Candy Capone. Blessings, welcome back, love. So, Tip, girl, what you got to say about all this, Tip?
Man, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you can tell they're holding Robert up since we went to court today. Like they know what time it is. But I hope they are ready to stop playing these games, because they know when that appeal comes, it's going to look bad on them. It's going to look bad on the whole Cook County.
Absolutely. Girl, Cook County already. Shout out. It already look bad in Cook County. I keep telling them, girl, they better get rid of what you call it? Girl, they better get rid of
Kim.
They better get rid of Thor over there, girl. Thor been a problem, girl. She look like she be allegedly, because looks can be deceiving. But girl, she be looking like she be going through Chicago, busting down all the liquor stores.
Yep.
Good. She just is corrupt as shit. Really? It's allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly. But that ain't right, honey. I hope at some point, since the people want to vote for these politics, I hope they wake up and put people in these offices that's going to be for them one day.
One day, because they not for you.
Girl, these politics ain't no joke, good. They
you see that man, what's his name, Walker, whatever, you see his son?
Girl, they off the chain.
Girl, just too much.
Girl, it's extremely too much. One of them I seen, my client was looking at the TV the other day, and one of them I seen came and popped up across the TV, and they was talking about what's his name, Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Yes, girl, talking about Herschel Walker when he had to up the pistol on his wife. I'm like, damn.
And my thing is, he's there to be a distraction too. Like, come on, are we serious? You know your past, nigga. Why are you out here embarrassing your family?
But girl, still not only that, Tips. Here we go again, Tips. The man probably changed his life. We don't know what the hell that woman did, girl, to make that man click like that. I
don't care what she did when he decided to pick him up a white woman. Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, girl, I ain't gonna say the blogger's name because we won't do that. But however, y'all, I found it very crazy today. Please hear me out, y'all. Please hear me out. I found it very crazy on today that I went on YouTube to, just check out some, to check out some lives. I be looking at all type of stuff. That stuff with Duke the Jeweler and, stuff like that. So I had certain individuals that I look at. So I just started watching this little chick, right? Because like I just be listening to her. And so she was like, shout out to such and such and check out this content. So I just so happened to go over there just to see. Girl, this man was on there this morning giving a whole shout out about Black women. He was like, this man was like, and I will not speak his name on our live, period. But this nigga was doing a whole live on getting rid of Black women. Fellas, stop messing with Black women. They are a disgrace. Girl, listen, this man was going on and on and on. So I'm sitting up there and I'm listening and I'm just listening, right? So I'm like, he must have dealt with a Black woman that, whatever the case may be. But I'm sitting up there listening to him.
There's no excuse for that behavior, nigga.
But listen,
no, there's none. I don't care if a woman even breaks your heart because you have a mother. You have
and then not only that,
you should know
God has daughters, girl. He has daughters.
Come on, get out of here. There's no excuse. I don't give a damn if a woman break your heart. You hear me? You had an example in front of you for over 18 years, which was your mama and your goddamn sister and your grandmother.
And your daughters. Let's not to mention his daughters, girl.
Your grandparents and your mama, nigga.
Okay. So I'm sitting up there and I'm listening to this clown and I'm like, I'm listening to him, but I'm like, he said, all Black women know is Section 8. Hold on. He was like, all Black women know is Section 8 projects, food stamps, like to lay on their ass. And I'm sitting up there listening like, like really? So I'm like, hold on. Like, let's be clear, my guy. I'm in six figures, not to brag. I'm just blessed by a higher power. You understand me? So I'm like, I purchased me a home with nobody but God, for me and my children, by myself, okay? So I'm like, I'm in six figures a year. I'm a six figure, okay? So I'm like, my thing is, I'm single by choice. And the reason why I choose to be single is because, listen here, if nobody but God and myself, my hard working money, purchase my home, man, Tip, you already know I don't need no man to take care of me. But however, when you do shit like that by yourself, Hey, it's got to be a Boaz that's gonna come up in here and just gonna step, and I'm just gonna give my time to like no, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up there like, not all black women are alike. So you just put all of the black women in the boat. I'm like, okay, so check this out. We got some messed
about
up.
His mama and his sister. That's what he.
Girl, and then he promote. Listen, I'm not prejudiced because my sister-in-laws are mixed. Listen, my nieces and nephews. Listen, I have nieces and stuff that are mixed. Like, listen, I don't listen. I love everybody. Is everybody. You know what I'm saying? God made everybody. I don't care if you purple, blue, green, gold, yellow, orange. I don't care nothing about that. But however, at the end of the day, this man stated, stop messing with these black women. These black women ain't never trouble. They put you on child support. They gotta. Get you a white woman, dog. Everybody in the comment section, y'all need to get you a white woman, dog. Leave these black women alone. These black women ain't nothing but trouble. And I'm sitting up here listening to him, and I'm listening to him as he talk. And I'm like, are you serious? So as he's constantly saying things, Tip, I'm like, oh, okay. So, nigga, you must have dealt with a woman that you ain't do what you needed to do, and maybe she put you on child support, so you just a whole bit of nigga out here. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, ain't no woman in the world did nothing to that nigga. He's talking about his mammy. And look,
his mammy, his daughter, his grandmammy.
For a woman comes from home, honey. So either his mama was walking around there bashing black people as well, and they hate their own selves. But he's talking.
That's what I said. That's self-hate. But he stated on the live today. He said, "Well, his mom is high yellow red."
I'll give a damn, but she was purple.
He was like, his mama high yellow red, and my mama knew well, that's why she messed with lighter skin, so she wouldn't have no dog. I'm like, this is Indian.
I don't care. She
and I'm
was
like,
purple.
So I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, I'm half Indian. Like, I got Indian. Like, come on, like, and it doesn't matter. Like. So I'm like, man, this dude is clearly, you know what I'm saying, to be bashing black women like that and telling everybody, like, he went on
talking about his mama.
Listen, girl, this man went on a hate black woman rant for 3 hours almost, girl. I'm like, are you serious? So I'm sitting up there like, oh, girl, you know I was itching. Virgo couldn't stay still.
He's talking to his mama. That's what
girl, Virgo couldn't stay still. Girl, I had to hit the link.
Nobody else ain't that much heartbreak in the world make you hate a whole damn. Get out of here. He's talking to his mama.
Girl, he broken. Stupidity at its best. Then you hear like some men getting up there. They like, bro, like, I don't care what's with. Like, the black woman is strong. The black woman endure and go through so much, and like for us to keep not protecting them and then keep doing them like this, like it's all of them. It's not all of them, bro. So some man got up there and he was talking out to the, to the extent of his wife or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This man started calling this man wife her name like hoes, and I'm like, oh no. So, anywho, we're not gonna spend no time. I just suggested that I had put that out there because that was, that was pathetic, and then to be sitting up there talking about like as if only sisters do that. Like, so what you say about them? What do they say about them Kardashians? Because allegedly everything that went their way, and they ain't black. So everything that went their way, they destroyed all our brothers.
Even white people want to be black. They be over here getting skin cancer, getting tans. Look,
listen, you got women up here such as myself staying to protect the black man. You know what I'm saying? From these type of people.
He need to go back and get some titty milk because he missed something in childbirth and in childhood with his mother. Because that's not he's not talking about all black women. How can you talk about all black women?
How can you put us all in a thing like that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I be saying certain things sometimes because it's true.
Black.
Exactly. But I mean, I don't just sit up there and bash them. I mean, I think about where, you know what I'm saying, where the system in a part of my life where I was like, if I had been naive or had that type of mentality, it's all depends on one's mentality. Like I said, I'm from the projects. However, guess what? I got 5 kids, 2 baby daddies, 1 with my husband. You know what I'm saying? So if I had that mindset that when I had my kids with their dad, my boys with their dad, And when I said it was over with, I'm done, I'm tired. And after I let him go, he stopped. He didn't want no dealings with the kids. Even until like when they got grown, then yeah, always hey. But I took care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? Nobody but me and God. 5. I never had welfare. I never did anything of that nature. However, I only stayed in the projects. Okay. Then I got food stamps for a little bit till they was like, no, you can't get them no more. So, I mean, that's what it is. But guess what? Did I ever take him to the system? No. Because for one, I don't feel like a child deserves a price tag. I don't feel that a child is a price tag. You knew what it was when we laid down together. You get what I'm saying? So I shouldn't have to go to them for them to tell you how much our child worth. Since when does it comes a time when a child is a price tag? So I never understood that for me, you know. So mine escaped child support, taking care of children for 18 years, and there was 3 boys. Okay, so it was nothing. So like I said, everybody is not alike, you know what I'm saying? So anywho, somebody getting his YouTube check over there for child support or something, he bitter, honey. But anywho, next, we will not discuss this. I just so had to put it out there because I was like, oh no. Girl, he went on a whole rant and dogged the black woman out. Like he just really just like this nigga here is ignorant, okay? But anywho, that sounds like some used to be a male stripper with Mr. Bates. Mr. Bates. Okay, Legacy said black women are unique and uniquely made, and some don't find their crown till later in life. But oh boy, it's wrong to classify all as a whole. Nope. Yes. I mean, you all, I'm sure you all about know who this character is because I mean he been on here for forever, y'all. But I refuse to say his name because he a whole mess out here. And yes, no. Okay, so partially he's gonna feel different when he gets chased down that dirt road. Fast parts, you know what I'm saying? So all is well, his day shall prevail. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, I state that sometimes this thing right here, my mama told me teeth and tongue fall out. So y'all already know what that means coming from an old school. Teeth and tongue fall out. So that's all I'm gonna say. Blessings to him. And you know, hey, what you put out in the atmosphere, also you got to be careful with that thing in your mouth called the tongue, because sometimes it you know, it'll get you fucked up out here. But anywho, oh, shout out to Tessa. We got somebody named Tessa in the chat. She's all the way from Canada. So blessings, Tessa's blessings. Welcome to True Be Told. We are glad to have you here. But we're going to get back to this content. We're not about to talk about this nothing. So y'all, back to the content we go. Mr. Bass, let's go, baby.
Welcome to America Today, your #1 source of reliable and verified news and in-depth features on the daily happenings around America. Bow Wow, who has always been quite vocal about his support for R. Kelly and displeasure in his ex-wife Andrea Kelly for taking part in the infamous Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, recently buzzed social media with an R. Kelly-related Instagram poll. Shed Gregory Moss, better known by his stage name Bow Wow, who is currently on the Millennium Tour, took to Instagram Sunday and asked fans whether he could perform I'm a Flat, a song he did with R. Kelly that appears as a bonus track on his 5th album, on his ongoing tour. He raised a poll and affirmed he was going to let the people decide. This excited many R. Kelly fans, and they expressed their excitement all over social media, commending Bow Wow's open reaffirmation that he always stands with R. Kelly, no matter what. Bow Wow has always had R. Kelly's back all the way since the allegations against him in the wake of the infamous Surviving R. Kelly documentary series that fueled his subsequent indictment. In March 2021, Bow Wow stressed there was no way he could cancel R. Kelly in an interview with Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked, where he gave his opinion on both R. Kelly and Tekashi. How I would view him as an artist, he's almost like a rock star, explained Bow Wow of his fandom of R. Kelly. When I look at him as the artist, right? What he does in his personal life is what he does in his personal life. But when I look at him and Tekashi, I look at the artist. He said in the interview, "We know the story, we see what it is. That's what it is," stated Bow Wow. "But, that's not my business whatsoever, you know, the music is something separate. We all don't agree with what happened to R. Kelly, but do I still listen to his music at times? The artist? Yes, I do. It's great music," he explained. Bow Wow has equally been very open about his displeasure of Andrea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex-wife better known as Drea, for featuring in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series created by Lifetime, that ultimately led to charges being filed against Kelly and his subsequent arrest. Some time back, he openly refused to meet with her during an episode of WeTV's Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, saying, "I don't know her to say anything bad about her, but just by watching that documentary, I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm about my brand. I don't want to be associated with pictures with nobody that got anything to do with what's going on with all of that. I'm cool. No surprise pop-ups. None of that." Bow Wow lamented at the time. "If R. Kelly's ex-wife comes, I'm gonna ask her about the documentary. I've got questions, you know. How much y'all got paid to lie on that man?" he said, reaffirming he thinks Drea and her friends were actually paid to participate in the Lifetime documentary series. He went on to embarrass Drea in the show, rejecting a hug from her, after being forcefully asked by the mom to meet her. In a Twitter post later on, he also said, "Why is Andrea Kelly even on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta? She's like 62 and her only claim to fame as well. And how long are you gonna ride that wave? Just saying. Don't forget I'm your boss." Referring to her role in the show, seemingly angered by something she had said or done earlier on. Bow Wow has been the star of Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta for more than 4 seasons now. Having dropped his debut album at the age of 10 under the guidance of Snoop Dogg and Jermaine Dupri, the rapper is the very definition of growing up hip hop, and now 35, he is listed as one of the show's executive producers. Andrea Kelly was a supporting cast member at the time, making sporadic appearances on the show as part of her daughter Buku Abby's storyline. Maybe, just maybe, R. Kelly needs more Bow Wows in his life. Friends that will support him no matter what, and see through all the lies and baseless allegations against him, for who he really is as a fine, loving and caring man. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know what you think of Bow Wow's attitude towards Andrea Kelly, now that facts have come up to punch holes in her victim card that she has played all this while. Thank you for your views and opinions. Thanks for watching yet another feature from America Today. If you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming features.
Okay, so Tip, so that it's good that somebody actually comes out besides us bloggers and talk about this old wife, this handler, this madam.
Bow Wow started talking about her in 2019, 2020 when the video first came out. Before then, he was talking about her too. He never talked about the kids, but he definitely talked about Drea. Drea's embarrassment. Drea literally stopped the bag. Like, she literally jumped on a bandwagon and messed up her kid's legacy.
Wow, yes. And I mean, by all means, the daughter, excuse me, y'all, by all means, the daughter who's out trying to hoping she get a hit in the industry somewhere, she's concerned about, her dad reputation messing with her, but shouldn't she think her mom reputation did that?
I mean,
and now, her mom,
now I'm sure her mind is more open to it. But you got to understand, when most of your time is spent with your mother and your dad is on the road, you have a different kind of bond, right? So anything that she told you, you would believe. But I think now that court case passed, I'm sure she has a different opinion about the whole situation.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. But okay, so I heard them. They was talking about like Bow Wow. When she was on some, I don't watch television. I haven't watched television in many years, so I never seen that show. I don't know nothing about love hip hop, basketball. I don't know about none of that because I don't watch none of that. Period. My go-to is
growing up
YouTube.
hip hop. Yeah, I watch. I've seen.
I don't know nothing about it. So, however, she was on growing up hip hop.
Yeah, with her daughter. Her daughter's on there now. I think she's still on there.
Okay, so if she's on there, so is it like casting and everything now? So she landed somewhere doing something, correct?
Oh, yeah. Once again, riding her daddy coattail.
Okay, so
you understand what I'm saying? Because they got Bow Wow on there. These are all celebrity children that they have on there.
okay.
Who else they got on there? They got a few people on there. They got what's that little girl name? Oh my goodness, my brain is not working tonight. They got a few people over there. What's that girl from Salt and Pepper? Her daughter on there. Pepper daughter on there. Yeah, Pepper daughter on there. Pepper.
I don't know, girl. So she really landed the role doing something. If she's on a sitcom or a TV show or whatever else. But however, so Bow Wow had some going back and forth with the mom, and he actually told the mom those things. So it was good that he stood up to Madam Drill.
No, he didn't tell her. He told producer them, and he's also an executive producer on the show. So he told him he was never gonna have a single her. He didn't want to be nowhere near her. He didn't want to take no growing up hip hop picture and she in it with him, because if she is, he was gonna address her, ask her how it felt lying on Robert.
Okay, so shout out to Parch. Parch said Joe is having a baby. They're hiding it. She's has a video on her gram with a huge stuffed animal. I seen that.
No,
too.
I think they said she had a miscarriage though. I think so.
Yeah, because something went to the point where they did something and injected it in her. It was Kelly's or something. I don't know.
Joy, I don't know. Joy is just they. That's what I said. If I was R. Kelly, I wouldn't mess with those people.
Baby, I would leave all of them behind. I
would hold on to her till I got out, but I would leave her too, because just like that other thing said on YouTube that they was having problems, the lawyer was having problems with her. Why would that lady be having to have problems with you when she fighting a case to set your so-called nigga free?
True that.
Because it ain't your money.
Oh, Parch said no, not her. She's talking about the daughter.
That's what I'm telling you. His daughter had a miscarriage. I heard that too, and that's what I was talking about before y'all said Joy. But the daughter had a miscarriage, from what I heard.
Okay, Joe. Okay, so Baka, because I don't call her.
When you said Joe, I thought you talking about Joy.
Yeah, that's who I thought.
Then y'all started talking about Joy, but no, I was talking about the daughter. I heard on the streets of Atlanta that she was pregnant, but they said she had a miscarriage.
Oh,
She be with Johnny Blaze. She was in there. Johnny Blaze and her did a little song. Yeah, she's around.
Like mama, like dog.
Okay, she's been on the last few, but she's grown. I mean, little girl like 25.
Okay, so Parch said easy daughter, remarkable. Egypt, Bow Wow kicked Drill Kelly out of his house.
Yeah, that's the Easy E daughter on there. A lot of people on that show. Yeah.
Okay, so I think Candy Capone was trying to say she had a miscarriage in 2020. She said 3020, which don't exist. Yeah. So I don't know if Candy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Candy was trying to say 2020, not 3020, y'all. So Legacy Custom said, I know many of the stars are scared to speak out. Oh, okay, are scared to speak out, but not all.
Somebody said they think she miscarried once. Somebody said they think she miscarried once, but she pregnant again. She could be. She ain't been really posting a lot, so she could be. She could be shit.
Okay, yeah. So Miachi,
she's so small.
Eminem. I'm gonna just call her Eminem because I don't know if that's Miachia. So I'm gonna just say Eminem said I think his daughter, she did miscarriage once, but is pregnant again. Okay, so
that'd be good for her. I mean, she's 25 and she did college. I mean, hey.
Okay, so Spotlight Ja says she had the baby and it's a boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's so small, you can't really tell if she was or wasn't pregnant. Girl's a little girl. She's like a small body person. She's very petite.
Yeah, she's real slim.
So
So
you would
why
have
was she not? Why was she not? I
show
don't
the
know. No, it's not so much about showing the baby because I understand that maybe
or
she
say that you're
was
pregnant.
out of the spotlight. But just thank you for the blessings, and like R. Kelly is a granddad. I don't know, but she don't have to share a baby with the world because it's already been enough going on around there. So
Right around her, so I would understand.
yeah, so she's maybe if she don't, it's maybe just protection of her child.
Yeah, just waiting 6 months, a few months before you post that you was pregnant, had a baby.
Okay, so Park said this was recent because her brother girlfriend posted a video. All right, then we're gonna have to check that out, girl. That's dropping. That's dropping, so we're gonna have to check that out tomorrow. Tips. That's what we're gonna be checking out tomorrow.
Most of those type of things they put it in their stories, and that should go away.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do know that, but I know she rarely posts this on
That's what I'm saying. She rarely has been posted on Instagram for sure.
Facts. Okay, so Candy said Drea has destroyed her children's legacy, and she will have to deal with the karma for that. Absolutely, she did. But see what it was. I'm gonna tell you something. Now, those are the type of women that this blogger. Listen to me. That's why I said all of us are not the same. Now, she indeed is the type of woman that he was talking about, but not putting all us with this type of woman. You know what I'm saying? I do agree because what she's supposed to have done was protect the bag and her children at all costs. Like you don't go there and go against your husband. But I'm gonna tell you what she did. What it is, they offered her ass something. She already knows she played the field. She was caught up in it. They do what they do. They like what they like. You know what I'm saying? Girl, listen, Granny always said never do something that you'll be ashamed of doing. So were you ashamed to be doing threesomes with your husband? I don't see why. That's hey, you like it.
She was worried about them girls that she was training to be little madams. Anyway, Drea crazy ass messed up because when she first came out, she was bragging on Robert. She was talking good shit about Robert. I still listen to music. Then all of a sudden, that flip came just like the way the flip came for what her name is, Israel.
Girl, I think listen. Y'all think I'm tripping too, but I think I'm sorry for cutting you off. But I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you continue. I think they put that bitch over there to be Kale's handler. You remember I've been saying for the longest. I said, no, man. I said, man, listen. I said, so y'all don't think nobody went placed there from the beginning. The industry placed people within relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
So what make us think that they didn't place her in this man's life to be his handler?
Hey, it could have been. It could have worked right through the brother that was working for R. Kelly that brought her in, and that's what it was.
They are planning to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? This was at the gate. It was already planned. Everything was planned. But however, she fucked up the bag as well as her children.
For her own
and exactly for her and her children. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at that moment, did Sony and did everybody element, did they promise her something? And when she ain't get it, that's when she went mute. So it was like them promising her a bag to throw her husband under the bus and say all of these things about her husband. Like he was just such a bad person or whatever to attain a bag from them. But however, they didn't give it to her. She still wound up being fucked.
And that's what she deserved. Y'all don't notice everybody that tried to fuck over Robert don't went to jail.
Something happened with him.
Yeah, they got to understand what they're doing, and they're getting their payback right in front of them. That shit crazy.
Okay, so exactly. So Legacy Customs said, Kels, brother, when you get from up under all, M&M says Andrea was Arcade's biggest. Yes, she was. Personally, if you ask me, I mean, Kel's being a handsome man and looking at that right there, I wouldn't have never
telling
seen
y'all,
it
it
for
wasn't
him.
about looks. Like, why do y'all keep saying this? And cut off her face. That lady looks like a lot of fun waist down. Okay.
How she look like a lot of fun?
What are you talking about? This lady is almost 50 busting splits. How many of y'all out there?
Yes, she is, because she's really
Drea
fit
is
now.
doing her thing. I mean, regardless,
She's really fit. But
like,
she look like she lift weights and shit. She that type of
I think she's just one of those masculinely built women that don't really need to do a lot, but they just build muscles. I really do think so. I mean, that lady looked like she was down for whatever. Look how long they were together. Something was good in that. Imagine them people have
them threes.
There you go. I don't care. It was 3, 4.
Girl, she probably was twerking that deal. You think she was twerking that deal?
They had fun because Robert didn't have babies with other people. R. Kelly to have slept with so many women, he was very calculated.
Baby, she bought another side out of Kel's, baby. She probably had the whips. Look, tip girl, she had the whips, the handcuffs, the hot wax.
She was down for a lot of stuff. Y'all keep talking about Drea face. Forget Drea face, my nigga. Look at that 49-year-old woman. In the year that
Park said she thought talking bad would get her ahead. But what does that say about her? No one is going to trust her. Absolutely, Park. No one. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to trust her. No one is even dealing with her. But like I said, what's in the dark comes to light. And it came out in the Chicago trial that, you know, a lot of us didn't know some things, but we found out.
That's why you see she ain't go on a press run after Chicago, right? Because, you know, if Drea's name wasn't brought up, Drea would have went on a press run when R. Kelly was found not guilty and guilty. You see, she ain't did no interviews. She ain't did no interviews.
How could she go and do no interviews?
Because she know what they have been said about her.
And not only that, how would she go to do some interviews, Tip? Because if she was to go and do some interviews, like say if we was to interview her over here, my main question I would ask, like, why did you put all the blame and, you know, create your husband?
It was easier because it was easier because that's who they wanted. They didn't want her. That's like, come on, man, you from the streets, you know how this go. That's like the feds come to you and say, look, nigga, I don't want you. I don't want you in that little pound of weed I found you with, nigga. I want the nigga behind you that I know you fuck with and I fuck with you like that. That's what they told Drea. And we know the dirt you don't already did. We know the little girls you don't slept with. We know the women that you seduced and went to go pick up for Robert. Come on.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Robert was married for 13 years. Robert had fun with that lady. That lady was down for. Imagine having a wife that's down for you to do whatever, and she know what's up.
Legacy says, Kel's bruh, get you a real one, Chilla or Shanti. Oh shit, they even crazier. No, he didn't say.
Girl,
listen.
You can tell Chilla look crazy. Remember, I know you say you don't watch TV, but she was on a show with Queen. Oh my God, what's that girl name from? Oh God, Queen Bee. She was on a show with Queen Bee, and it was her and what's that other girl with the squeaky voice? I forgot, and she sang too. They were all on the show. That girl Chili didn't want to do shit. Chili is creepy as fuck.
And not only her, Shanti too. Like
Shanti, you know Shanti crazy. That's why all them niggas cry for Shanti. Yeah, Nelly crying.
That's why she was MIA for a minute. Nelly destroyed that.
And you see that other nigga talking about messing with Shanti while he was married. Like, bitch, you was married during that time. Are you really telling?
I don't think he need to mess with an industry broad. Period. That's just me. I think when he get out, he need to focus on him. Damn these women, cause listen, hey, not all of us now, but some of these women in 2022 / going into 2023 are carrying the spirit of Jezebel, y'all. Not all of them now, but some of these women, they are. That's why I couldn't get with this guy.
What about Jocelyn? We got to get rid of Jocelyn. What? We got to get rid of what's her name? Jocelyn, whatever her name is.
Look, he said some damn about it. I don't know. I just hate to see bro get hemmed up, like for real. They said, what about? Oh, baby, no, he did. Finch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby fish, don't make me come through this thing and get you, baby.
Yeah, what about her?
No, he didn't say that.
We leaving her in the dust, right with her dusty ass mama and daddy.
Facts.
That's what we leaving
her. Look, Tip, her handlers
with their little with their dirty little feet, dirty feet.
Look, her handlers. Okay, those are her handlers. Okay, well, actually, allegedly, the dad is the handler of all the asses. Okay,
he made all that. He made all that same for a grown ass girl who left college. You made all of that noise going in front of. We leaving her right with her parents, baby. Right with her parent and her sister.
That part. Girl, they done went on national television and did a whole Dennis the Menace gig. Okay. So let's go, Mr. Bass. We gonna hit with the next link, I think. Or that may be all the links. I don't know. Maybe we have another link, or maybe not. Or then we got the. Okay, yeah. So we don't have any more links. So these are the screenshots. So I'm not sure if anybody knew about this. Shout out to Justice for Arcade. Shout out to Daddy Low. Shout out to celebrating R. Kelly on Facebook. Shout out to the whole Kelly fam and everybody that stand in support of R. Kelly and his innocence. Okay, so I'm not sure. Shout out to freedom of speech as well. I'm not sure if anybody was aware of this, but however, here go Mr. Tips talking about this goddamn on chili girl.
Boy, bye.
Baby, he out the chain. Mr. is off the chain. So okay, so I'm not sure if anyone noticed this, but however, Tips, we gonna break this down because I'm not sure what happened to the boat.
We can't break nothing down. We don't know.
Listen, girl, we gonna break. Listen, we finna break this shit down.
We cannot break
from a medical standpoint. From a medical standpoint.
Okay.
From a medical standpoint, and everything we sell here, truth be told, is allegedly.
Alleged, right?
Everything we sell here, truth be told, is allegedly. So we gonna break this down.
No time for you talking about break it down. We don't know what happened to this nigga.
Girl, listen, we gonna break it down. We gonna look at this thing from a bird's eye view, girl, on the medical side. Okay, so this is what it is, y'all. So Deebo was found unresponsive after someone tried to
ask them first. Do they know who Deebo is? Who Deebo?
So anybody in the comment section, well, everybody that is tuned in, I ask that you all hit the like button. Comment in the comment section that you all are doing. Share our live as well as to our channel. Therefore, when we go live, you all will get the notification. Shout out to Kish in the house. So I ask everybody in the comment section, do you all know who Deebo is? If you all know who Deebo is, please drop it in the comment section. So I'm gonna wait for about 2 minutes, then I'm gonna see who gets it right. Do you all know who Deebo is? Then we're gonna go ahead on and continue. So shout out to Latisse. Latisse so sultry in the building. Blessings, love, blessings. Okay, so Latisse said she stood out to him because she was doing things that he liked. And she said it herself. He had a lot of girlfriends when she met him, but Drea made him love her, or should I chose her.
He did. I told you. She put that thing on him. She was one of those people that was like, oh, that's what he liked. I'm gonna wake him up to that. I'm serious. And Drea won the nigga. It was 50 hoes to one Drea. You talking about face. Forgive Drea face, girl. Yeah, I guess they
shout out to Sir Miguel. Sir Miguel in the house. Shout out Sir Miguel. You said what, Tips?
Oh, I guess you asked the comment. You asked them if they knew the nigga. They answering yeah.
Okay, so everybody knows who. Okay, Sir Miguel in the house. I'm gonna bring him up, y'all. Shout out Sir Miguel. Blessings, love. What's good?
Good evening, ladies. I know it's been a minute.
Yeah, where you been? It's all love, though. It's all love.
Man, trying to deal with my youngin' and then trying to figure out if I want to. I started on my PhD a while back. So I'm trying to change some stuff because I'm thinking about going to get my Juris Doctorate now. So
okay, I pray for you. When we were on that live that night, and I pray for you and pertaining to that situation which you had stated to us. And I just left it there, but I had not heard from you or seen, so I didn't know. I just was, and then everybody was like, "Hey, what's Sir Miguel?" It was like, "We don't know," and I was like, "I sent him an email a while back, but I ain't heard that from him." But it's good to have you back, love.
Absolutely.
And you're, taking it a step up to, better yourself or your child, and to do what it is that you have to do. You understand me? So.
Yes, ma'am.
Blessings to you, but yeah. So, what you know about Deebo, Sir Miguel? So I asked everybody in the comment section. They said they do know Deebo, and also I see my girl Candace. She done posted it. Deboski Gun, aka Chris. Okay, so everybody knows Deebo. Okay, so Demetrius said that he's okay. She heard on today. But however, let me go ahead on and read this, and then we're going to chop it up. So it says, Deebo was found unresponsive after someone tried to wake him. His family performed CPR, and he had a faint pulse when being taken to the hospital. Nobody knows exactly why. Prayers for him and his family, y'all. What's going on over there, y'all?
Honestly, I have no clue, to be honest with you. All due respect. Tip love too. Good evening, Queen.
How are you?
I'm good. The only thing I can really say about Deboski is when I first started, I was always on YouTube, but I wasn't really checking in on people's channels that much. But then when I started watching him, he pretty much broke down. He had like this board with all the different people in terms of R. Kelly case, and he was like breaking that shit down like fucking spot on. You know what I mean? And I know they was doing rallies and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, for R. Kelly and stuff like that in Chicago and New York and things of that nature. I know there was some other little stuff that was going on, but like I said, I don't get caught up in people's little rah-rah stuff, because at the end of the day, I'm about business and trying to get the information out there and trying to understand what is what. But if you go back and look at some of his videos in terms of how he broke the case down and all the players and stuff like that, he was dead ass spot on a lot of shit.
Wow. So it just makes you wonder, like, what be going on out here, because
it made me wonder nothing. Wasn't he like the bodyguard for R. Kelly at one point in his life or something like that, and got a baby mama with one of those girls?
No, that was allegedly. That was allegedly, Tip. I know who you talking about. That was allegedly. He did have a YouTube channel, but I think I came across it one time when we was doing study, but I ain't go deep off into it. Isn't that the dark? Yeah, he dark skinned. He he was once a bodyguard allegedly, right, Sir Miguel? At first, he was saying that he was supposed to be his cousin. He said he was a family relative. That found out not to be true, and then he was allegedly supposed to be the bodyguard or whatever. No, that's wrong. That's Dana J.
That is Dana J. I got the two.
We got the two confused. I'm sorry, Sir Miguel. I'm sorry, y'all. I said miss what she wrong now. I'm sorry.
I'm familiar with Dana J, but I don't know what the whole circumstance surrounding his relationship with R. Kelly or whatever the case may be. I really don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, it's just something.
So what do y'all think happened to oh boy? So
basically what I'm saying is that we have to stay. That's why I told you, like, when you're dealing with certain things, you have to stay covered. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? So with him exposing so much and going deep the way that he did, you don't know what happened, or it could be health issue, or it could be I don't know. I don't know. You never know. You never know. Because they reach out how they want to reach out, or when they want to reach out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it could be a lot of stress that's going on, because I think he has a case with the feds or something like that. I'm not sure.
Listen, that's why I just said what I said, Sir Miguel. You picked up on the way I was talking, right? So you don't know what's by him exposing and doing what he doing and breaking it down and shed it light. You don't know what's what. And listen, they have their way of reaching out to you. I just
That's
said.
why I always say I don't play with this internet, YouTube world, because the things that people say and the insults and all of that thing built up and the back and forth, all of that is not healthy for people to be doing at grown ass ages. So it's a lot of things that is unsafe when you come to this YouTube.
True. The devil, girl, we on the devil's playground, girl. We on the devil's playground, girl. You ain't know that, Tips? Who's scared? I come in light and love, baby. Kill nothing bad. Okay? They got to get permission to fuck with me. They better go and ask them that.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. Don't, hey. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, everybody's not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, choose your battles and choose them wisely. Like, everybody not ready for that. Everybody not ready to lay down when it come, however it come. You don't know how they coming. That's why I said what I said. You know, for him to be dealing with the feds or whatever, come on now. And it just so happened that R. Kelly case is a federal case. Come on, Tips. I need you to ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. There ain't no telling what they calling this man. Everything we saying over here is allegedly. You don't know they calling him. What's going on over there? And he's stressing the fuck out.
And I'm quite sure they probably watching him like a hawk.
That's what I'm saying. They think this they world. Fuck out of here.
Hey, even if they wasn't, your brain would make you think they was.
No, listen.
No, I'm talking about his situation. Even if they wasn't, due to the fact that he got pulled up on the feds for the same crazy YouTube shit, that's a lot.
Tip.
Yeah.
They run YouTube. You right, sweetie. But they listen. You don't know why I be sitting up there saying the devil is in all this right here. This is his playground. Okay? The same shit goes on here is where R. Kelly dealing with, Michael Jackson dealt with, like all of this shit in the same bed. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you.
And I think one thing too, I think people don't know how to move strategically on these social media platforms.
Yes.
You have to present and say things in such a way to where you know how to speak the truth without speaking the truth, but without being it so active. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like talking in a language where people can understand it, but they don't understand it. And I can give you a perfect example. From what I understood, they was talking about the 30 round thing with his case. They don't understand what 30 rounds mean. They was thinking about bullet shells and stuff
ammunition,
like that. Ammunition, which wasn't even the case. Everybody else understood it, but the federal government took it another way because they don't understand the lingo.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing when having these conversations. If you know the truth, speak the truth, but at the same time, say it wisely in such a way to where the people that you're talking to understand what's going on, so they won't figure out what your move is. And if you always,
I don't sugarcoat shit for the
oh,
deal.
No.
Listen, Sir Miguel, as you have learned, being over here, truth be told, Boss Lady ain't straighten the shit off for none of them.
That's cool, but you gotta understand, those people started meeting up. They started getting into a bunch of things that could have been taken out of that context. So they were doing a lot. Like, just from an outsider going to channels, they're doing a lot. The fact that just because you're a supporter of R. Kelly, each other have to know each other in order for me to just move along. Importantly, you don't have to.
Okay. Mostly, I get what you're saying, but like Tip Love 2 was saying, it was a lot of excuse my language, a lot of shit.
No, go ahead, baby.
You know what I'm saying, that was going on, and at the same time, if you don't know how to move with the people that's really trying to bring the truth, then you're gonna get caught up in the bullshit, and then you can be thrown in the mix of some shit that you don't really have.
And that's what happened to him.
And what's going on, and then you could be in a whole different situation like him. You know what I mean?
Over here, truth be told, Lisa. We have been in hell and hot water. We ain't fucking out.
Right, you look at your platform. You speak the truth and tell it like it is, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the people that's listening to you understand and know where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
If the average Joe just came in and their spirit wasn't right, but they trying to move in and try to figure out what the hell is going on, they're gonna try to cause some. Perfect example. What happened 2 weeks ago? About 3 weeks ago. That fool that came in here. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was quiet. I'm like, that's a bad spirit right there, homie.
I seen it, but before I can get his ass up out of here, he had to already. I seen him. That's why I'm trying to let him know. I see him when they come. But you ain't see how it looked. You ain't see how he was shaking, did it? And tried to say, "Oh, your nails." I said, "No, ain't the nails. They got you shaking. I got you shaking." You feel? Right. I already knew what it was. I seen him.
But as for all that other shit that go on, that's where a lot of unnecessary shit came in, and unfortunately, R. Kelly name got thrown in the mix as being saying that the federal government basically saying these are part of his so-called and he don't know.
Okay, so look, Sir Miguel, I want you to read Sir Miguel, read Spotlight. Read where Spotlight _ Jaw just said.
This is the same Fed agent that worked Carol's case is the same one. Yeah, that's right.
Now, wait a minute. So why did I say that, y'all? I just told y'all the same shit. You gotta really listen. I just said that before she said what she said. I just said what I said. Y'all gotta know this devil ain't that is devil. Listen, it's all this. Satan is all this.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. We gotta not be, we gotta speak that thing for what it is. It is what it is. We on the devil's playground.
Let me see what it says. And the fact that a lot of these celebs touch money and career.
You was reading Legacy, Sir Miguel. Go ahead on and read it.
I ain't got my glasses on. I'm struggling over
you worse than me, Sir Miguel.
Shit. Hold on. What she say? It says the fact that a lot of these celebrities touch money and career, heights that many only dream of, and that alone we all shake some shit up.
Will shake some shit up.
Yeah. Okay, up in folks' households, especially if they don't want to bow down.
Right. Facts. Choose this day whom you gonna serve. Facts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get what? God is a good God. We waited out, man. Just know that God sent us here, man. We ain't jump on this thing. Like, truth be told, we the crew that God picked to do this, like, we've been rocking for a whole year. We ain't just jump on her like this. Like, it was praying, fasting. Like, no, we had to be moved, baby. I said, we not over here playing on the devil's playground. We ain't playing with them, period. We came to do work.
Right.
And that's what we gonna do.
And like
anything that is not of light gotta get permission. And right. I'm a lot to deal with. That's why he chose me. Go ahead, y'all.
It says Candy Capone says, try the spirit by the spirit. Facts.
They were doing a lot. The YouTubers have been doing a whole lot, and it was too much back and forth. Everybody don't gotta know everybody. Y'all should be fighting the same cause. I don't understand how it goes from that to going personal. I don't know. It's really weird. It makes people want to be standoffish. It's a crazy and a dirty game that we're playing with the back and forth. With that drama they had going on. It's bad. And if y'all understand that even your cell phones, they're watching you from it, what would make you think that if you open up a platform that they're not cybering in?
Right. I just
why would you think that?
Because at the end of the day, it's really about support. All that extra stuff, to me, it was just, I'm like, how did it start? Where did it come from? And what was it really doing? It was affecting his case to a certain extent. And at the end of the day, nobody really wants shit out of it.
Nobody got nothing out of it. Nobody got nothing out of it. All of it is just embarrassing. It makes Robert look bad. And that's why I said y'all really fighting for a cause. People should stop thinking about themselves, right? And stop going personal and keep it straight about Robert and all these other people. They're fighting among themselves. They're not even fighting with the girls. I mean, at least if they said Robert Kelly fans is going to jail for, they already had the dumbass nigga who vandalized the car for no reason. It's just embarrassing. Right. We got Sylvia getting slapped at the courthouse. It's all embarrassing.
Yes, it's very embarrassing.
She's too fucking grown. Y'all got grown children. Whenever it got to that point, you should have never even went over there to address that woman because y'all are supposed to be fighting for the same cause.
For the same cause. So why would
then it got crazy sometimes with them. It was like everybody wanted to be the person who talked to Robert. Everybody was getting let. It just got real weird.
But why should it have gotten like that? Listen, why should it have gotten like that if everybody fighting for the right thing and the same thing, which is the truth?
Money, and not for money, and not for just to be known as something. Look how they related Sylvia to R. Kelly. Oh, so one of R. Kelly's obsessed fans got what is going on?
Right.
I don't want to be fighting for my life and freedom, and I got childish shit going on.
Right.
It's just sad. Distractions. I don't know nothing about none of them. Listen, truth be told, we discuss and talk about R. Kelly. We want to shed light on this situation, and we're going to continue to. Like I said, he is not the only one. This is what they're doing to our men. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I stand for what's right, and I stand
the same way when he got arrested. They said R. Kelly again. One of R. Kelly blah 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 fan got arrested for the feds for blah 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 blah. Like, are y'all kidding me? They always put Robert first in that whole sentence of the craziness. They say the bitches was crazy. The fans are starting to act just as crazy. The supporters are top notch crazy. They're top notch crazy. Like, y'all should be fighting for the same cause. The shit is childish. It's not to see who outwin their friend.
Yeah, I think if we're all fighting for the same thing, this man freedom, because he was set up and keeping it as that and exposing the truth, bringing the light, bringing the darkness to light, putting the light on these liars, these Jezebel spirits.
Now look at the situation here. Situation here is so big that it's driving this man crazy that could have been all anxiety or I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I send my prayers out to him. I send my prayers out to him and his family, you know what I'm saying? Everything
absolutely, because you don't know. Absolutely. We all send our prayers out to him and his family, but we don't know what's going on over there. And I said we don't know what's going on over there. You know, like I said, they probably coming at this man and he stress busts a pipe. You know what I'm saying? And especially silent stress. Oh man.
Oh yeah. It'll kill you.
It'll kill you. Bust your heart open. So I hope he, you know, do what it is that he gotta do. Just pray, give to God, and release it. Just let bad back up off of it. I listen. He got damn demon strong, y'all. Y'all gotta be ready for this shit. And it's some hey. And why I say you have to stay girded up. Cause some demons out here, hey. Okay. I say let's say no more.
Now he's dead. Now you see none of the situation looked like it was worth fighting for. None of this stuff was at the end now. It feels like it was probably to him that it was worth all of this.
True. But however, he'll see it. He'll see it. And God gonna see him through. But just as Candace said, I don't think that is a coincidence over there. That's not a coincidence that the same individual that was on Chaos is dealing with this. No, that's not a coincidence. Period. So let that sink in, y'all. That's not cleansing it. Mr. Bass, go ahead on and drop the content. Legacy said, this whole damn case is grimy as fuck. I've never in my 41 years seen no shit like this. But hell, they have a whole museum honoring serial facts.
Right.
Killing man's whole legacy. Exactly. Let's not to forget, Legacy, that not only do they have a whole museum, they actually awarded the police officers that went. Okay, check this out. For instance, this Dahmer. Check this out. How would they reward those police officers that handled the situation with him? Do y'all think that they literally deserve the all-time life achievement award and all this? That was very disrespectful to the families of the ones that was
not even just the family, to the next door neighbor who kept calling the goddamn police.
Yes.
Right.
You see how they worship evilness? They put evilness on the pedal. No. But go ahead on, Mr. Bates, if you can pull that up some more. Okay, you all. This is Kelly's. Go ahead. There you go, Mr. Bass. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just stuffy to drain eating these Vicks drops. Okay, so plaintiff versus Kelly and Keith. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so now comes the plaintiff by and through her attorneys. I can barely see that, Mr. Bass. You got your glasses on, Sir Miguel?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can.
Shout out to Mr. Terry. Mr. Terry in the comment section. I hope you feeling love, better love, blessings.
What it says, now comes the plaintiff by and through her attorneys, Dutchman and
Scoffish, yeah.
Scoffish PC, and pursuant to 740 LLCS 1601. Shit, I can't see that shit. I'm sorry.
Complains of the defendants Robert Sylvester Kelly and Keith Cabar as followers that defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly is now and was at all times relevant hereto a resident of the federal lockup known as the MCC in the county of Cook, State of Illinois. The defendant, known to the public as R. Kelly, is an American singer, rapper, and record producer. Wow, that gotta be, huh? Next, Mr. Baby. Why all that gotta be, we know who he is, but why did they put all that in there like that? Okay, so the transfer of the intellectual rights described herein from Kelly to his childhood friend Colbert for $5 million constituted a fraud as defined in the act. Defendants attempted to, how would they said transfer shortly after having a judgment entered against him in the underlying civil case, and knowing that there was a great likelihood of court-ordered garnishments or silver recovery smacks of fraud. The above described transfer were made with the intent to hinder, delay, or defraud a creditor. Absolutely, Mr. Terry. Spiritual war. Defendant Kelly, the grantor of the intellectual property rights, did not receive a reasonably equivalent value in exchange for the transfer of the rights from his childhood friend, co-defendant Colbert. Based on plaintiff's claim in the instant matter, defendant Kelly reasonably believed that he would incur debt beyond his ability to pay as they became due as a result of the plaintiff's claim in violation of 740 ILCS 165A2B. On information and belief, defendant Kelly, after the transfer of the intellectual property rights, did not return sufficient property and or assets to pay contemplated indebtors to the plaintiff herein, became involvement in judgment proof as a result of the transfer of his main assets of his childhood friend in violation of 740 ILC 160.6 of the Act. On information and behalf, defendant Kelly gave his 3 Grammy Awards to a girlfriend in violation of. Did y'all understand it? So why is that they talking about the money that he gave? So what they trying to say?
They say he had the money to pay her, and he gave her, I guess, some kind of properties of his. And I guess the girl saying that the man have it and she never received it.
Okay, and they also discussed about his 3 awards or whatever. What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, because they said he gave it to her. He gave it to a girlfriend. He gave it to the lady for collateral, and the lady never got it. Trying to say his friend Keith got it.
Okay, whatever he said they had, that's what they had.
What it boils down to, and what I read something earlier, that she's trying to say that R. Kelly knew he was going to be found guilty. That's why he did what he did.
That's why he did what he did. Like as if he trying to hide his money and hide shit to keep from them. Okay.
And at the end of the day, he has every right to transfer his money to whomever.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, to make sure he can defend himself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to understand. Okay, and if he done you so bad, why the fuck you want his music and all the other shit in his Grammys?
Exactly. My point is exactly. That's what I was hitting it. Why is all that so important?
And then at the end of the day, if you're trying to get $4 million, keep in mind, the lawyer's gonna take most of that anyway, so you ain't gonna even get that.
$5 million.
Well, I think her original award was 4.4, but it also has to do with the studio. It all came up together to 4.4 because of the owners of that building or whatever. So it's like it's kind of like stuck in limbo between them two, between her and the landlords of that studio, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, she might not get nothing.
That part. But hey, Tips, you ready for this? Didn't I tell you that Chaos ain't that person that everybody think he is? Remember I said, all right, and now dyslexia, I said Chaos got somebody, they see this shit, they know what it is. They finna help that man. Did I not tell you? I said they gonna move some things around for this man financially. Remember I told y'all that?
You did say that.
Man, because guess what? It's right. We see what the fucking play is, and they seen it. They know what it is. So you gotta not be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know,
let that man know that you there for him. So yes, he ain't been able to trust nobody else, but let him know that you can trust him. He ain't give me shit. That's why I would have said it to the end. But you know,
Keith has been down for Robert, so I would not least expect it at all when he was one of the person who was in the studio with Robert most of the time. So hey, guess what? That's a good friend. That's why we always say he's a good friend. Hey, now he's proving it. Because some people can still turn it back on you, but he's still been down for the roller coaster.
But you know what? That's why I tell everybody, please listen to me, y'all. This only happened when the plan came out, right? When the plan came out, let me tell y'all something. I was disobedient. When the plan came out, God spoke to me and he told me to go withdraw all my funds out of the bank, right? Mm-hmm. Please hear me, y'all. So when everything has shut down, right? Let me tell you what I was doing. So a week had them passed by, right? I'm still disobedient. So a week had them passed by. I work so much. I work like 130 hours a week. So I'm like, Oh man, I'll go to the bank. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he spoke to him again. He said, go to the bank and pull out your money, right? I still didn't do it because, like I said, I was busy and I was working. So, boy, everything like not everything, but however, just like when it comes to the banks, the bank store shutting up. Let me tell you what happened. As I went to the to the bank and it had a note, it was like closed to further. I'm like, what the? I said, Bank of America. I said, no. I went to another one. So then I went to another one. Then so I called him. He's like, yes, ma'am. All of them are closed up. And I'm like, so I can't get. So you know what I did? I said, okay. I hung up. So when I hung up, I said, Lord, you know what? All is well because you've been telling me for the past 2 weeks to go and get my money. I was disobedient. Forgive me from being disobedient. So whatever happens, happened. That was on me. If I don't have no funds and it's just all sitting in the bank, like, forgive me. You told me and I never did do it. Okay, so I was disobedient. So whatever happens, happens. I just ask that you forgive me. How about when I said that me and my son was driving? It was about an hour. We was heading home. So it was about an hour where we were going off into that location. Do you not know after I prayed, there was a bank open. It was a little house bank. And I'm like, what the hell? In the country now, a little house bank open. But see, he wanted me to acknowledge what he told me and saying all that to say this is y'all. Please take majority of your money out of them banks. Put it in a safe and just let be in the bank. Let be in the bank, so it can continue to, pay what's needed. But anything else, yeah. Okay, so back to what we talking about. Okay, so let me see. Let me read y'all. I don't know why I just had to tell y'all that. I don't know why, but okay. Intellectual property on information and belief in anticipation of collection efforts by the plaintiff on the judgment and other actions against him seeking civil damages for his civil and criminal acts. Defendant Kelly set out on a course of action to dissipate his composition and lyrics rights and make himself judgment proof that in August 2021, Defendant Kelly sold his ownership to his composition and lyrics right. Okay, keep going, boss lady. Okay, to the childhood friend, Key, that at time in August. Okay. Composition and lyrics. The same one after the appearance of the defendant in the underlying childhood sexual case on April 26, 2019. The defendant Kelly gave his 3 Grammy Awards to. Okay, so. Okay, Miss Bay. Okay. So you can pull that up.
You see that Robert said, oh shit, in 2021, they playing with my motherfucking life. I've been in here almost a year.
For real?
Exactly.
And Keith came to him, was like, nigga, let's do this. And that was
that was the right thing to do. That was the right thing to do.
And she over here being a desperate Nancy and talking about people's business when she shouldn't be.
That part.
Has no right to be talking about that. No right to be having a silver suit for somebody else's motherfucking money.
Mm-hmm. True that. So, however, Kelly and the best friend said it went down just like that. So, guess what?
Exactly.
Bitch, listen here. He bought the shit. That's what it is. Hey, it's up and stuck from there. That man knew what he was doing. I told y'all now. I told y'all. I said, Kale's got somebody that's loyal, a best friend, somebody that's loyal that he can trust. And listen here, they finna rock out with this shit. This man is not broke. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I said this. Y'all keep on thinking of, listen, the reason why I'm telling y'all this because I know now, y'all keep thinking that people that are dyslexia, bipolar, ADHD, all these, like these people just crazy and all this. They have hella fucking sense. That's what I do every day. They smarter than people give them credit for. Mm-hmm. Please believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It's my everyday life. That's what I do. Okay? They real smart. They smart. Okay?
Very, very smart.
All right. Real smart. He wasn't that done with. Shout out to my girl Kish. Blessings, Kish. Shout out to Louisa. Legacy says that karma a bad MF with no time frame or limits on destruction. Absolutely. It's not karma. It's pretty much reaping the seeds that you sowed. It's just that simple. And when they come back harder than what you planted them bitches. You know, they harvest gonna be fucked up. You the same seeds you plant, yeah, you gotta reap the harvest of them, whether they be good or bad. Whoa, woo. That's some reaping over there. As we over here at Truth Be Told TV and elsewhere, we seen some things. So that's a hell of a lot of reaping, y'all. I don't want to be nowhere near it. I'm scared to even report it when it starts showing itself. Touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. Let's go.
Right.
Mr. Bass, that's it. I can't keep reading the words, y'all. I ain't got no glasses, no. Okay, so y'all, Sir Miguel tips. Y'all talk to me. I'm finna make a round real quick, y'all. I'll be right back. So, Sir Miguel tips, look, y'all hold it down for me.
I just find the whole thing interesting. You know, all of a sudden now she want to try to get this man intellectual property. I mean, at the end of the day, you didn't put the work in and write the music or whatever the case may be. So if he done you so wrong, why would you want to keep something that remind you of somebody who hurt you, whatever the case may be? I don't get that.
Because she wants to sell it for the money. She don't care nothing about it. She feels like she was promised or awarded money that she did not receive, and she don't care what she get, but she wants to get something that's worth that much.
And what was this young lady named? Heather Williams? Is that the one that's
that's her.
Okay, where's she come in at?
That's what I want to know. That's what I said. There's so many don't have no idea where she comes in at to think that she has the right to do this. That's what something that don't belong to you. You can owe a nigga all day long. I don't have to pay you. If I say I don't have it, I don't have it. So now because I don't have it, you're going for my intellectual properties. And you're worried about who I sold my shit to. Like I told you, those bitches was evil from the beginning. They were all there for money.
Yeah, it's only obvious at the end of the day that it's all about money from the get go.
Yeah.
Because the last time I checked, and if I'm wrong for saying this, it is what it is. I've never known people that been abused or sexual abuse or sexual assault do the things that I've seen in terms of what these young women are doing, accepting awards and going down red carpets and all this other kind of shit. Most of the ones that I've even dealt with are quiet. They're secluded. They're not in front of no TV. They're not out and about. You know what I mean?
They're not half naked on the internet.
Yeah, so it's just some stuff that don't add up to me. And people will say, well, oh, people deal with this stuff differently. No, that's not dealing with the situation differently. Because you're not going, like you said, you're not going to be half-ass naked at the end of the day. Perfect example: the young ladies that was locked up in Ohio. You seen them one time after that situation. You ain't heard none from them since.
There you go. Living their private life, hoping people don't recognize who they are.
Exactly.
These people want to be recognized as R. Kelly victims or girlfriends or whatever sick shit they got in their head.
You know, it's just beyond me. And then the people that really deserve to be heard are not really getting heard because of people want to be in the limelight and all this other kind of bullshit or whatever. Because at the end of the day, I don't know nobody that's going to take money from somebody, be around somebody for 10 or 15 years, and then all of a sudden say, oh, I'm a victim now. I was sexually abused, but you took the man's money. You went to his birthday parties and all this other kind of shit.
Flown out of town on planes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some new shit that I ain't never heard of in my life. So It's just weird to me.
And you would think most of them would come from a fatherless home. They have mothers and fathers, and they're out here clowning like this.
Right. Right. It's yeah, all of it's just weird. All of it's weird.
What up, J-Rock?
What up, J Rock?
What's going on, Tips? And what's happening, Sir Miguel? What's good?
What's up, my brother? Good. Everything's good, brother. How are you?
And I'm doing just fine. I was in and out. I was busy doing a couple of things. I was just kind of listening to y'all in the meantime, and I just heard some things. I was like, how this chick want to get up here and try to just get his Grammys? Because to me, what this sounds like she sounds like one of those basketball wives who want to get paid. You ain't shoot a free throw. You ain't jump in the paint. You ain't been to nail practice. Your ass ain't been on no road trips or nothing. But all of a sudden you feel entitled to get this man's money.
And want to tell us how you want to get his money too. Oh, because he don't have cash, I'll take his awards.
Right, and in my personal opinion, those Grammys ain't worth a damn anyway. Even if the Grammy committee talk about we want his Grammys back, I was like, shit, I'll FedEx the motherfuckers back to him.
Right.
The way I feel, and see, and one of the reasons why because the committee that's over the Grammys really don't value black artists and their accomplishments anyway.
Facts.
If you really want to know the truth about it, and I'll go to one particular incident. The way even this is how I feel about the Grammy. I hate the Grammy so much that even if R. Kelly gets through what he goes through, and even if the Grammys decide to do a show in a tribute to R. Kelly, I wouldn't even watch it because I hate him that much. And one of the reasons why I do is because the way the Grammys committee treated Gerald Levert.
I agree.
Gerald Levert, who has done so much for R&B, who's been, you could say, he's R&B royalty. He's the cornerstone. He's one of the cornerstones of R&B music without question, especially in our generation era. And the way they treated him, he busted his ass his whole career to try to get the recognition he rightfully deserved. And I think it was at the point that he really worked so hard, and I think he literally worked himself to death to try to please to try to please people that really wasn't worthy of him anyway.
Right.
And the thing with Gerald, but what really ticked me off was when Gerald Levert died, they gave him a posthumous Grammy. So in other words, he wasn't worthy of a Grammy when he was alive, but you're gonna wait to give him one when he's dead.
Hey, you're worth more dead.
Mm-hmm.
So once they did that, I was already hot with the Grammys, but then once they did that, I was fish grease times 10. And at that point in time, I said, F the Grammys and everything they stood for.
Truth be told, I can't even tell you when the last time I watched the Grammys. That's how long it's been.
Hey, but obviously they worth something if she's calculating them to be $5 million.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just saying in regards to my stance on them and how I feel about it. But and then she up there talking about she feel entitled because that's what she's saying. She feel like she entitled to something. You haven't wrote now songs, now note, been on it. You may have been on maybe a road trip or two, or maybe a concert or two. You ain't been around and doing the stuff that he ain't been working at the level that he's been working at.
J-Rock, let me ask you a question. Where does Heather Williams come in all of this?
Well, from what I understand, and I've heard on a couple of the lives, I think Dana mentioned something, and I think somebody else has said something else too about Heather Williams. She came out like back in the day around with the time, I think the time the first album dropped, Born in the 90s. I think between the time the Born in the 90s album dropped and the time that Aaliyah's first album dropped. And I think she was around in that time frame, maybe a little bit before. But she was kind of at the beginning, so to speak.
I thought she was the first lady that bodyguard that R. Kelly manager had sent him.
Probably, but like I said, she was one of the ones.
She was the first case R. Kelly ever got.
Yeah, she was at the she was one of the very beginning. She was at the very beginning in that context. Like I said, it was around the first album. It was between the time that first album dropped and before the Aaliyah's album dropped. It was around up in there.
Yeah, that's when his manager was that nigga that stole his credit card and felt like he was entitled to steal R. Kelly.
Demetrius Smith.
Demetrius introduced them. That's when the scandal. That's the bitch who said in the thing that she was pregnant and then she came back saying she wasn't pregnant. That's her.
Oh, okay. So that's the one that
said that R. Kelly was the father for a baby.
Yeah. That's her.
That's her. And then she came back and said, "Oh, she's not pregnant no more. She's suing for appropriateness at a young age." That's her.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Well, goddamn, how's she going? Wait a minute. How was she going to say that R. Kelly got her pregnant? They take a DNA test, right?
Yep. Asked her to take one, and that's when she said, "Oh, I'm not pregnant no more. I'm going to sue him for a civil suit for fundling me or whatever when I was underage or 17, whatever."
Oh, okay. So now she playing the role like old boy said he ain't gay no more. He been delivered now, right?
Yep, that's it.
So she gonna play that role, okay?
Yep.
You know what?
And her and that dude had planned to split the money.
And see, I said something about what I believe about it, and I told Sir Miguel this, and I think Sir Miguel probably know where I'm going with this. I said the whole damn time everybody talking about all these underage girls that's supposed to allegedly these other women that's supposed to be around. I'm telling you right now, I totally believe that Demetrius Smith was the one that was sleeping with them.
Yeah, and you said that one.
Mm-hmm. And he married one, so
yeah. And he said, and he probably told them girls, he said, "Look, okay, I don't want to get in trouble, but I tell you what I can do. We can help each other. I can get you paid off R. Kelly because I know one of the attorneys that's
who started it all. That's who started it.
Yep, I know one of the lawyers named Susan Loggins. So I can bring a case against R. Kelly with Susan Loggins, and I can get you paid if you don't dime me out. That way we can help each other."
He started everything. The ID for Aaliyah. He started every fucking thing.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of it. Although I don't think he was overall brains of the outfit. He was probably the enforcer behind it because Barry was the brainchild behind it.
Yeah, but Barry did it, but he worked through that dumb nigga, so it's all on him. And even the interview he did with that girl Nick at night, you could tell that nigga was a pedophile.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I believe he was Demetrius Smith was the enforcer behind what Barry was trying to put down. But then the fact that Demetrius Smith is always bringing new cases, new women up to Susan Loggins.
Because isn't what's my man name? Craig Hodges? Wasn't his sister
married to Craig Hodges?
Yeah.
Yep.
And R. Kelly was messing with her, am I right?
Yep. I think she kind of jumped it off though, from what I understand.
See, that sheds light on a lot of stuff in terms of the women
he a setup.
He dealt with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were all brought to him by other people that he knew and trusted.
It's fucking crazy.
True that, family. The setup came from one place. They let Barry run it. Barry got his minions in it. Everything we saying over here, truth be told, is allegedly and for entertainment and educational purpose only. It's one's opinion, so keep going, y'all. But yeah, that's the setup. I think Song passed down the hit, and the minions went from there, and they put everything in place. Because it don't make sense. How can a man have so many screws, so many women? I'm just saying, come on, y'all. This man busy, he writing, he performing and doing it don't make sense. Nah. It don't make sense.
Nope.
Come on now. They say R. Kelly had a high sex drive, son.
Girl, I don't give. Guess what?
I'm not giving you that.
Listen. At the end of the day, Tip.
But even his other manager testified, and I told y'all that man brought a lot of light to it. R. Kelly got cocky, and he got into a point where he was flying in and out women into the yes, like every celebrity do. He was doing it. And Robert was laying dick that whole time. Sorry.
Listen, girl. A nympho at some point, girl, he still got to push back for a minute, push back. And you talk to somebody been there, done that, okay? Look, breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, 4 days in the morning, every day, all day.
Robert did that shit. Robert was fucking from the sun coming up, and he was doing multiple women. He was.
But still, that was a point too, Tip.
Yep. But even though if he was doing it at that level,
that's still a point.
I don't think it was as much as people say, because there's no way you could be able to do all that and perform and write at the level that he's been doing.
Yes.
I mean, when you hear about people who are always about chasing greatness, when you hear when people obsessed with greatness, like Michael Jordan was, like Kobe Bryant was, you can even bring up like greats like Muhammad Ali, even though it was a different time, but still in all, when you are truly great at your craft and what you do, and you're always continually chasing it, you may have a little vices here and there, but there's nothing that's going to come
before your craft.
There's nothing.
I don't think nothing came before Robert's craft. I think women made him more creative. I don't care what y'all say. I believe Robert was in a room with 10 bitches and they knew what time it was.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, when nobody forced though.
I mean,
I'm not telling y'all nobody was forced. I said Robert has a great appetite for women and sex. I'm sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that either. But I think at the end of the day, when to compose and to do what he do, and to even do his own background vocals and all of the kind of stuff, you put in a lot of work to become great.
Did you watch Robert on that video, on that interview where he was in a red jacket and he was singing about his life? Robert don't need no music. Robert don't need no
damn soul don't.
No piano list. He don't need no goddamn backup singer. The boy is just automatically talented, right? I wish we could replay the video. That man just got greatness in him. But I believe that man's addiction, just like everybody had an addiction to something, it was women. And women made his craft even better. I can't wait for him to write a book and tell us that every song he wrote belonged to a bitch that he was with.
Well, one of the things that I heard him in the interview say, a lot of his songs not only just came from women, but even the people that's in his circle or the experience they was going through, about whether it was breakups, this, that, and the third, and so forth and so on. So it was a combination of both of women, family, friends, and shit like that.
Baby, because if he got a song,
come on, honey, that girl.
If he got a song of all them bitches, get with. He need to throw away motherfucking slow dance. He need to throw away honey love. He need to throw all them motherfuckers.
I'm keeping.
Throw all them bitches away.
Hey, I'm keeping all of them. Maybe some of the hoes didn't speak up, and they ain't said nothing. They don't play it out. They know that song is for them. You know what I'm saying? We just got the little trifling ones that we because it's only about 10 trifling ones, okay? And I know Robert has encountered more than 10 women in his lifetime. So with that being said, Robert was a bag daddy. Robert was from Chicago. Robert was a whole motherfucking pimp. Them hoes knew what time it was.
Yeah, they did. And when none of them bitches know,
I agree with that.
All them bitches was full grown adult. Them bitches was grown, okay?
They was grown as hell. That's why they all want money. They were grown. But that money still ain't gonna last them no time. It's gonna go straight through their finger like butter.
Yeah. Most definitely it is. Shit, look at what they had to do to get it. Anything that come easy like that, and you got a lot for it, yeah, it's not, it's not worth having. Period. They gonna wish they had them.
They're gonna try to live the same lifestyle and they can't.
Huh. They're not even gonna come close.
Because Drea can't even come close. Drea out here.
Facts.
With her and the look.
And
her
Drea
and all them goddamn cougars up there.
Drea got the damn kids out here looking back for her. I would have ran right to my daddy. Y'all play too much. I would have been like, Mom, I love you, bitch, but I can't be out here like this. Dad.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
She got me out here living in an apartment. My dad, help us, please.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I got an old hip hop soul magazine with R. Kelly on the cover, and one of the questions that the interviewer asked him, he actually said, "You're obviously well versed in soul music history. What artists do you draw from when you're looking for inspiration?" He said, "I draw from artists as far as listening, like Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, Al Green, Marvin Gaye. Every song wasn't always about some love. Marvin Gaye
that was all our Robert Mama used to play, boy.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye realized that people want the earth to be full of love, but sometimes there's hate going on too. He was a man of issues, not just a man about love ballads. That's how I would like to be, a guy that just sings what he feels. Whatever I'm going to sing about it."
I said earlier.
All them hoes. Look, Robert had a great appetite. That bitch stood on stand and said she knew Robert for only 1 year and she had 60 to 100 threesomes.
That right there, that shit right there, I don't even believe.
Definitely, I don't believe that. But just imagine, she exaggerated the number, but imagine, get the fuck out of here. That what the real number have been. Even if it was 20, that's a whole lot for an 18. Right. That's a whole lot for an 18-year-old in 1 year. Goddamn.
I'm gonna tell you this. If that was really true, and if her coochie was a car, Carfax wouldn't take it.
Exactly. That's why they all
that single. Bitch got a lot of miles.
You don't notice all R. Kelly so-called victims, they single as hell and lonely as fuck, and all they got is that book or R. Kelly hair or t-shirt they don't stole. Look, they don't got nothing. Tell me one of them that are married and doing well. I'll wait. Exactly. Nobody. None of them hoes is married. Till this day, none of them hoes is married. Lisa barely made it.
And see, and the funny part is everybody say, well, he was way too much into sex. All he does is sing about sex. And you hear a lot of those songs, and a lot of those songs, and some of his best songs weren't actually sexual songs anyway, which I think was a false narrative about him for a while.
Facts. Facts. You're absolutely
but R. Kelly was being honest. He didn't know however else to say it. That's why Robert never really talked, because if Robert was to sit down and talk to y'all would understand. They would see it just like we see it. Their motherfucking parents sold them. It wasn't a lie. It wasn't the story. It wasn't make-believe. It was the fucking truth. And there was no other way of telling the world that, look, people, I met up with these people's parents. They came chasing me. They were knocking to my house door. They was catching me at the basketball court. They was catching me eating chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They worked hard to find Robert, my nigga, and they all went looking for that.
Yeah, they did. What did he say on I Admit? Don't put your daughters in my face and don't get mad when it don't go your way.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, I admit it.
Yeah. That's what it was. So he was telling the truth. That's why Robert don't talk, and that's why they never still and let Robert talk through his case. If Robert get on that stand, goddamn it, It's gonna be too real for a lot of people. Because that's exactly what those parents did. Instead of taking care of your kids and feeding them niggas 3 meals a day and keeping them alive, them niggas decided that they were going to tell their daughters at 10 years old that pussy is power.
A whole goddamn lie.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hey, in some cases it is now, but come on, baby. You can't tell them that forever in their life. They gonna run around the world just like they did, thinking they pussy whole power and they can do what they do and get what they get. That's goddamn like a Snow White in the 7th door. They ain't got no bitch. Your pussy got goals. What goals? What goals?
They all been living their life. Look at Lisa. That's how they all been living it. Lisa's so goddamn old. Lisa need to hang this shit up.
Well, I'm here to tell you, it's 2022, almost going into 2023. Puss ain't selling like that. It's gotta have, you know, you got so many $40 that flew around to some of them just willing to accept just that. But y'all keep on talking. Let me get my egg.
Not until you meet a baller like Robert, and that's what Lisa did. Lisa was getting them 40s. Then she met Robert, went from 40 to 5,000.
Look, everybody knows because Lisa is pretty much candidate for the 304 Hall of Fame. We already know that based on her track record, she's already up for the 304 Hall of Fame. Because her jersey pretty much is retired in some circles. And then if it's not the 304 Hall of Fame, the Klepto Hall of Fame is not too far off. Anytime you turn around and say, "Well, I didn't steal his Rolex, he just left it." Bitch, it ain't yours. That's the definition of stealing. You taking something that's not yours. But yeah, she's But yeah, I believe she's on, but she's in the 304 Hall of Fame. The only thing is about her jersey.
Yeah, she's been around too long. She need to hang up Robert name. Her, what's her name? Pace. All them hoes so old. It's like, are you gonna get another slogan? You know, this gonna be your slogan for the rest of your life. This is sad as fuck. Pace, you got kids. You got kids. Are you? How long? Many times you gonna relive this story if it was so bad to you? That's why I said that all a joke. To even find sympathy in any of them is a joke. It's all a joke. It was all a game, and they played their game, and now they mad that they didn't reach the successful last, I guess, 5. I don't know.
Well, she's yeah, because I guess that's determined. They're determined. That's what they're gonna be known for. They're gonna be known.
That's it. As long as you put R. Kelly name first, and then they're okay with that. Yeah, they are okay with that. They have made it where, what you said, Robert and me, once you put his name in a sentence with any of them, they feel very privileged. But I believe it started from home. I believe those girls' parents set them up for failure.
Ain't no probably tip they did. Shit.
I believe that.
You groom your child for things of this nature and have them to go out there and do. Come on, because I can't say like it was in a situation where a woman had no choice and this what she was exposed to and no parent was there.
Everybody parents was at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how does one get exposed like that when 2 parents are in the home? Okay, unless they groomed her for it.
Yeah, how you leaving Georgia to go to Missouri? You left at 17 for a weekend, like 16, whatever, bitch. Oh, she said, and your mama didn't look for you. These parents failed their children, son. That's why they should be in jail right next to Robert.
Well, that story about to get the whole limousine shit, I don't buy. I don't even think the child went because J-Rock, didn't we check that there wasn't no concerts at that time in Minnesota?
Yeah, I remember.
We've been researching. We've been digging it. We've been digging into that because there was no concert in Minnesota. If you're talking about the Top Secret tour that came out in '96, I didn't see no date for no concert in Minnesota around that.
Yeah,
time.
because remember you were saying some J-Rock about that was around your birthday, and you know for a fact,
because the concert was in the spring in '96, and one of the concerts I went to was on my birthday.
Yep.
And the chicks from Baltimore who said that they had a run in with R. Kelly and he supposedly sexually assaulted them. That concert was a month after my birthday, but they said it was in '95 when it happened. So I already knew. So and see, the funny part is they always seem. Why does it always seem like these chicks always mix up dates and Gloria Allred is always in the middle of it? Gloria Allred was in the middle of one of the ones with talking about Bill Cosby. Talk about, well, she thought it was like 1973, but then turned out, well, it was 1975. That date was mixed up. Then these chicks supposedly have the date mixed up. They said 95, but it was actually 96. I'm not, so my thought process about that is Gloria Allred is part of the lie in a lot of these things anyway. But yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, Sir Miguel. Yeah, I totally agree with you. The fact of the matter is there was no date in regards to the time frame in which you talking about there was a concert, because he didn't have a concert in Minnesota. At least with all the avenues that we was looking through, and we couldn't find no date for that.
And at the end of the day, I've never known somebody to say, "Oh, all I have to do is give a password to get on the plane." Bullshit.
This ain't no tree house. Ain't no clubhouse. You got a password to get in a clubhouse. No, this is not what that is. And no adults around you. Nobody accompanied you. Nobody said anything like, is anybody
No, I
else
just
coming
told
in?
my brother that I was going out of town. Like, their stories are so delusional. Like, girl, please rethink what you're saying, because this doesn't even make sense. Now, it would make sense if you would say that I was 19 years old and I flew to Missouri. Bitch, that makes more sense than you lying, talking about you was 15, 16, and you got on a plane and flew for the weekend, and your mama and daddy never looked nowhere for you.
Mm-hmm. And then the fact of the matter is, you talking about, well, you going to R. Kelly concert and you told your brother. Now, I don't know if it was a little brother or older brother, but I'm just saying, if they're around the same age, or he might be a little bit older brother, and he thinking that if you going to R. Kelly concert, you look at and you supposed to be quote unquote linking up with him. You don't think for 1 minute that brother think about all the women that's going to be at that concert, and he in his mind like, shoot, I know all the women going to be there, and I'm not going. Shh, man, stop me. And we don't even know. And he didn't even try to drop a little sibling blackmail, like, okay, if I don't go with you, I'm gonna tell mom and dad that you did X, Y, and Z if you don't take me with you.
Exactly.
Nope, the limo pulled up, drove her to the airport.
No, well, first she went to the gas station, got a rose first before she went to the airport. Really?
So you're gonna
get the fuck out of here.
So you're gonna stop by a gas station or a store to get a rose
for somebody you don't plan on having any sexual intercourse with. You just went to go buy this grown ass man a flower.
Jump on a plane, knowing the plane gonna be on going on high altitude with a rose.
No boarding pass.
Nothing. No ID of any kind, because you got to have some type of ID to confirm that's you before you get on the plane anyway. Talk about a password like you going to a clubhouse. No. Really?
And you know what's funny? They pull records for everything else, but they didn't pull records for no
or concerts. That's why I told y'all this was known for failure. No concert dates to realize if he was really in Missouri or what was he doing in Missouri that he flew you out there. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. But they say it was they said the concert was in Minnesota, I think, because I think they mentioned Minnesota. But even with that, there was still no concert around that area. So now you got me up here going like, okay, you got to be reevaluating your whole situation. There's a limo that comes up, and a limo come up in her neighborhood,
and you met him at the mall and just went out of town with a nigga you met at the mall.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else in the neighborhood saw the limo besides your little brother?
Right.
Because every neighborhood got nosy neighbors. Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
Somebody that saw that somebody would have saw that limo. Any of your old neighbors, somebody would have said something. And even if that's the case, somebody would have probably told them out and say, "Hey, I saw your daughter such and such getting a limo. Did you know about this?" Because it's not prom time. This is not the prom or anything like that. So I was wondering who sent a limo for her when she jumped in a limo. Because you know they're gonna be nosy neighbors out there that's gonna be inquiring and kind of gossiping anyway. But then they want to know, you know what's really going on. Because there's no way you're gonna come up with a story like that and ain't nobody else around the neighborhood ain't gonna ask no questions and don't know about
it. And let me ask this. And I might have said this before. I might have asked this before. Did she say she was 17 when she met him, right?
I don't remember.
What did she say at the trial? Did she say she was hovering? I think, did she say something in Chicago that she was like 15 or something?
That's what I said.
Okay, she said it was 15, but now her age is supposed to be anywhere between 45 and 51.
Mm-hmm.
We did the math on that, so she was either 19 or 21. Had to be.
That's why
we did it over here.
Had to be for your parents not to look for you, girl, that you went out for the whole damn weekend and flew out of town.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah. Which she already told a lie about her age on the stand anyway, because the man didn't have.
Yeah, so the jury just basically just allowed her to just.
Where were all the birth certificates? All of this shit is crazy.
Exactly. My same sentiments, Tip Love too. Where's the birth certificates at? Where's the flight records at? All of that shit. The government found every damn thing else, but y'all didn't go check they shit. Oh, I forgot they got immunity, so you ain't really got to bring it into play, right? Bullshit.
Yeah, and it's funny how
they damn knew how old she was. They knew she was 19, 20. They knew all it. The setup was real, y'all.
Yeah, the setup was real. Meanwhile, the government was passing out immunity like Halloween candy.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about well, we
that ain't all they were passing out, J-Walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, they passed out Section 8 too. Section 8. You know,
free trips to Florida,
EBT cards, food stamps,
every goddamn thing. WIC.
early PP loan forgiveness. And ain't got no motherfucking business. And they think that shit's supposed to fly. But what do y'all think about the whole state trial? They talking about they need to review. You motherfuckers had 3 years. Y'all got most of the evidence. Y'all got all the evidence that y'all gave to the federal prosecutors.
Ain't shit to review.
Exactly.
They got to put their lies together.
Kind of shit is that?
They ain't have no evidence whatsoever. They got to put their lies together. Look, they got to bribe the next set of bitches.
Who?
Well, here's the thing.
Who said review?
If they do the state case, Geronda gonna fuck up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Cause she didn't sleep with no goddamn R. Kelly. I can tell you that for a fact, based off her goddamn story.
You know what? I don't disagree with you, and see, because what's gonna wind up happening is, and I've said this before, Bubba need to take that damn stand. Like Bubba is the one. He's one of the main pieces that's been missing in all this. That has not said anything. He needs to be one because he's the one that could drop a bombshell on all this shit.
Exactly.
Wonder why he won't though, y'all.
Because they probably can get his ass. Because he didn't want to.
Have he been forced to not say nothing? Have he been forced to shut up and remain silent?
Because mind you,
you could
she said she met him on MySpace at 16 or 15. She had all this other stuff, and from what I also understood, that she had a fake ID for financial aid.
Oh, okay. So what they tell you?
Well, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, Bubba was sleeping with Geronda.
Yeah, Bubba was sleeping with Geronda. Damon Pryor is another piece to this whole thing.
Yep, another.
And
You're right.
Damon Pryor wasn't opposed to talking.
That's true. He wasn't.
He was not opposed to talking. But he was almost looking like put me in it, but they would not have him say anything.
Yeah, they want Kels to look like he the only one. They want the world to feel though as if Kels was the only one, baby.
And remember, Geronda said Jim Darrigatas took some of her stuff, and he also lied about it.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if you guys heard about this story here. That popped up that came up yesterday. It's about this guy here. The headline is Scrubs producer arrested on sexual assault charges.
Who?
The producer for that TV show Scrubs. He got it's supposed to be, I think it was like a hospital show, whatnot. He got arrested on sexual assault charges. Now
recently?
Yeah, as yesterday. Day before yesterday.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, listen to this. Scrubs producer Eric Weinberg has been arrested in Los Angeles on sexual assault charges amid allegations he targeted dozens of women over a 7-year period. Mr. Weinberg, who was not working on the hit TV show, hit TV series at the time of the allegations, was taken into custody on Tuesday. Los Angeles District Attorney George Gasson said in a Wednesday press conference. His arrest followed a series of reports of sexual assault from women who told investigators the 62-year-old, quote unquote, lured them in using his Hollywood credentials before assaulting them, said the district attorney. The claim stemmed from 5 women during a period between 2014 and 2019. Scrubs ended in 2010.
That don't even sound right.
Yeah, it said this is incredibly traumatic, said the attorney, said the DA of the women. They were victims of these horrible crimes, and sometimes we know that the system itself can be very traumatizing. And with them, we would not be able to hold this suspect accountable. Now stop.
It don't sound right, but however, all of this allegedly, but they say they can't hold him accountable. How is that?
Now stop me if this sounds familiar. Mr. Weinberg, who has been charged with 18 counts of sexual assault, was previously arrested in July on claims he allegedly committed several sexual assaults between 2012 and 2019, but had been released on a $3.2 million bail, as the LA Times reported. On Wednesday, the district attorney criticized that decision and said that that society needed to, quote unquote, do more to protect women and girls. Where have we heard that before? As the now former Hollywood producer was also handed a $5 million bail when he was rearrested. It said, if you're wealthy, you can bond out. If you're poor, you stay. You have to stay in regardless of the seriousness of the offense. Mr. Weinberg was able to commit these crimes due to his power, wealth, and privilege. And the DA said investigators in the case believe that there may be other victims of Mr. Weinberg dating back to the 1990s and urged as any such victims to come forward. And an investigation is ongoing. The 62-year-old now faces multiple charges of sexual penetration by force, forcible R word, and sexual battery by restraint, as well as forcible oral copulation, said the LA Times. And his arraignment is scheduled to be due on October 25th. His attorney said that he previously told the Times in an unrelated child custody, he was involved in an unrelated child custody case when the allegations broke out. And he said that this is being used as a quote unquote blatant smear campaign.
But R. Kelly couldn't get a bond though, huh?
Right. He got a $3.2 million bond, and then he had a $5 million bond.
Then had a $5 million.
But R. Kelly couldn't get near bond nowhere.
18 counts.
Oh, okay. And how many tails had? Oh, okay.
Then what you say, a child custody battle when all of it came out? So when R. Kelly started asking for his money, about his money and shit. Okay.
Yeah.
If you look it up, like I said, the guy's name is Eric Weinberg. His name is spelled Weinberg. As a matter of fact, I think he had a court appearance today. But like I said, the actual arraignment was supposed to happen on the 25th of this month.
So if he going to try to he was trying to get his child and fighting custody battle, that's when all the bullshit came out. I would like to know who that baby mommy is and what ties do she have.
You know what I'm saying?
That 62-year-old, he ain't doing shit.
No, they didn't, man. I'm sitting up here watching the Laker game. They got the camera right on this dude's sleep.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching it too. And I saw like, well, sometimes that camera can catch you at the worst time, boy.
Man. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, out there in LA, Eric Weinberg, and my point is he had a bond with all the allegations that was thrown at him. He was able to get a bond. They did everything they could under the sun to make sure R. Kelly didn't get a bond at all.
Yeah.
But everybody knows the system is set up for the black people. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, Robert fans and obsessive people that draws to Robert made it bad for R. Kelly to get a bond. Okay, when they did that bombing of that car of that little girl, that was the worst thing somebody could have went out there and did in the first place when they were already saying that, oh, you tampered with your case back in the days.
Right.
So all of those didn't make it look good for Robert.
Yeah,
so people got to understand when they link to him, anything bad you do, link to him, and that's a white man. One, if you can admit or y'all think that this man has been doing it since the 90s, y'all are disgusting to have ever given him bond. I don't give a fuck if he was 110 years old.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back.
It's all right.
I don't disagree.
Dahmer got a bun, and listen, got called on about 1 million times, and they still didn't do that. How you like them out? And then the police has got awarded. That was so disrespectful to all them families. Well, I tell you.
Yeah,
I mean, damn well they was paying Dahmer for them interviews when he was already in prison too.
Girl, please, they know Dahmer was working for them doing their spirit cooking, allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Now you just think about it. Everything that Dahmer exposed is what actually goes on. So how could he be doing it and knowing what was going on around that way? Here we are, fast forward to how many years later?
Shoot. About almost 30.
That was what, 94?
Yeah, it was about.
I remember that shit because I was a
when
young
the trial first happened, because he got arrested when was it 92?
92, I think.
Yeah,
91, 92, somewhere in there.
Yeah, because I think I had just graduated college when he when he went to trial or something shit like that or whatever it was. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I remember because it was on the heel of OJ's
Exactly.
case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, surely was.
Exactly.
So OJ's case started in '94, I remember.
In June.
And Jeffrey Dahmer, it was right there.
Yeah.
Surely was. I think he was programmed. That's why every time the police went to his home, they never did do nothing. Come on, we all know that don't know damn pork chops smell decomposed. Man, come on now.
Right.
I know. Come on now. You tell that shit to somebody, zipper head Fred, somebody, because no. Then all those times they
not even just that. When they met that nigga outside with that child,
that
kept yelling and saying that's a fucking child, and y'all continue to let that man take that baby in the house.
Yep. Yeah, that right there made me sick to my stomach.
I can't even. My daughter tell me something. I can't watch no shit like that. I told her, I lied to her. Forgive me. I was like, baby, I'm gonna check it out. Man, I ain't watching no shit like that. How can you sit through and watch that shit without cringing? Come on now, I can't watch it like that.
Yeah, especially since
no, people need to watch it because there's still demons walking around just like him.
But hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did think about it when my daughter told me about it, and I was like, you know what, something like this need to be boycotted, because what y'all need to realize is they trying to unleash something upon this earth. Y'all not hearing me, y'all. Catch this, don't let it go over your head. That's the purpose of this. They is trying to unleash something over the earth.
And see, that's what and Boosie was one of the ones that kept saying that black people need to boycott this.
Oh, Boosie said, yeah, it needs to be boycotted, because I'm telling y'all, this is something very sinister. They trying to unleash a certain type of demon on this earth that's going to be doing it. They trying to listen. This is to unleash something, y'all. Please hear me. Ain't nothing them do. They don't do it just to do it. It's for a fucking reason.
And not only that, when they was naming him said something about the LGBTQ, how they it was something I was reading. What I guess they went after Netflix about saying him being a gay serial killer. So the LGBTQ didn't jump in, so they didn't change the little name or some shit they were doing. I'm like, look at this.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
We love everybody. Like I said, we don't judge nobody over here. Boss lady been there and done that, baby. You know, been there and done that. You know, with no fun in it for me, but you know, it was hell if you ask me. Them little couple of years, but hey, that bag was there. But hey, to each his own. You know, we love everybody and whatever. But my thing is, how in the fucking hell is it that they move shit? How is it that they move shit like that?
Yeah, they move stuff like that because if you really look at the situation, I mean, look, Netflix went ahead and piggyback and put Surviving R. Kelly on Netflix to try to depict R. Kelly as a big monster, as one of the biggest monsters walking planet Earth. But then you come back and you bring up Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a real monster in every sense of the word. But all of a sudden, he pretty much.
He's a superhero.
Unscathed.
He's a superhero.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, they trying to unleash something on this earth, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you all noticed, but on the CDC website some years ago, right? They talked about a zombie apocalypse, and it's called 101 preparedness. I don't know if you all are you all aware of it?
I've seen that.
So you have to ask themselves, why is it that, and a lot of people don't let this go over y'all head when you go inside of a Walmart or certain little places, it don't have y'all curious to, you know, it just curiosity. You know how they say curiosity kill the cat? I see some shit. Why they got some shit like this in here? Like, y'all don't see that they have survivor food out now? Like they're literally selling survivor food in the shelves, on the shelves in the store. That doesn't strike y'all, and y'all don't question things. Like, don't nothing pop in mind. Like, why the fuck are they selling survival kits.
But what are you talking about? The Kardashians and everybody pretty much in California been building them this little underground home.
Yeah. Everybody better be ready.
Yeah, and also you keep you was bringing up about the zombie apocalypse. What's one of the most popular shows is on TV that a lot of people like to watch? The Walking Dead. That always on AMC. That's one of the most popular shows.
A lot of things is finna lose its human form, y'all. Just stay woke. Message 2023. Just when we thought we were seeing some evil things, 2023, I don't know what's about to take place, but y'all, all I can say is this: if you don't know God, you better get to know him and accept his son, Jesus Christ. That's all I'm saying. Remember, Boss Lady told y'all that. I just told the family yesterday as I was riding home from work, God was speaking and I was listening. Something is about to, listen, just get close to God and accept his son, Jesus. That's all I can tell y'all. Because 2023, it's finna be a whoo. Just when y'all thought y'all seen something, it's about to go down. And I hope y'all ready for it. I just ask that y'all stay firm, trust God, and know whom you serve. Choose who you serve and know who you serve. Remember, I told y'all that, okay? Those are long times when it's real quiet and you ride, no one is around, or either when you in the house and he starts speaking, like those are the ones that you have to really just listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
You gotta listen.
Oh, so true.
That's true.
2023 finna go down, y'all. I don't know what they finna come. I don't know what about to happen, but it's about to go down. God didn't even tell me. He just told me. He ain't tell me what it was finna be, but because he already know.
They let Jeffrey move into a black community as a sex offender and went out there, never checked to him. He never reported to PO. He never reported to nobody. He was just out there eating niggas.
Yeah, so R. Kelly is supposed to be the biggest monster walking planet Earth in recent history, but then you got Jeffrey Dahmer, Timothy McVeigh, and Charles Manson.
I just hate when they call him the disrespect. What they said, the disrespected
disgrace singer.
Yes, why do they say that?
It's not a monster and everything, girl. Please. The list goes on and on.
They want that to be ingrained in people's head to basically to say how evil he is supposedly be, and that's basically his legacy. Almost like saying his music don't even matter no more, whatever the case may be.
But you all know that they hate this man so bad and want to pull him down so bad, but to the point where when it comes to his music, right, y'all, they rather not play his music verbatim on the radio, but however they allow somebody else that has copied this man's music, sing and do his music on the radio. Make it make sense. It's still his music. We know whose song it is, who it belongs to. But how is it that you all don't recognize him? Y'all don't want to play him, but y'all playing all these people playing that has copied his music.
Right.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, because they pretty much want to hold some other people up in the spotlight. So in other words, you want me to go. So what they're pretty much telling me is you want me to go ahead and follow people and support people that can't hold this man's jockstrap. That's what you're pretty much telling me. I'm not saying, and just like all these other TV shows that they try to bring all up, like The Voice and all these other shows talking about, and they got this new talent coming in. No, y'all ain't got no new talent. I ain't got no kind of talent because because once you have somebody like Rob out there, and there has not been any other artist that has been able to hold that mantle.
True.
That he is bestowed. Now I'm not saying that he's all R&B on his own, because I don't believe one one artist could actually hold a mantle like that, but he is a big significant part of it. And because of him, like I said before, he's got that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan kind of appeal, because once he comes out with an album, once he comes out with a new single, or he comes out with a different style or something else, it forces everybody in that same industry to step their game up. They got to do it because they ain't got a choice. Because if they don't, what's going to wind up happening? Because what was this one thing that this one pimp say? You'll either barbecue or mildew.
Right.
And obviously, and you don't want to be left behind, so you're gonna come up with your A game.
Okay, check out what Eminem said, you all. Y'all see that? Elvis Presley married Priscilla when she was 14. I apologize. But Elvis Presley married Priscilla when she was 14, and they still look up to him. Absolutely. And be all down on Elvis Presley Boulevard, be all down through there.
Black people are their own worst critics. Only black people down for this shit. Only black people down to see Robert go down the hill. White folks don't have an opinion. You ask most white people, they would tell you leave that man alone. Black people are the one who want that man to go downhill like they Jesus and they the last say of the world or some shit like that. They be down for anything. They for anything that's stupid. They down for it. Even when I see them post R. Kelly and Shade Room, you hear them. They so contradictory to their own self.
I can't rock with
let them go to jail. Oh man, why y'all taking his money? Let that man get his money. You don't know what fucking side you on.
Look, I can't rock with them. That shit just as fake as the fuck over there. I wouldn't be surprised if they on the movement of with that Black Lives Matter, Me Too. I wouldn't be surprised if they paying them and probably gave them their followers for a specific agenda. Catch what I'm saying? Because no truth is speaking. No truth is spoken.
To me,
every time when I see it and when I do see it, it's about bashing and exposing the negative. But when the truth, like I'm gonna tell you something, I ain't see them exposing none of this shit. What these people was doing, these lies, they went rocking nothing like that. But as soon as the man found guilty, they was saying little sly shit, right? Yeah, I thought they've been. This just allegedly. This just what I think. I think they've been bought, y'all, just like the rest of them that they, pulled to the side to destroy us. We ain't good for us, y'all.
No, I totally agree with you.
Forget Elvis Presley. What about that man who made movies or whatever like that? That's alive. That married his foster daughter. Waited till she was of age.
Woody Allen.
Woody's still walking around this bitch with that little Chinese girl. Is anybody saying something to Woody? Do white people hate Woody?
Nope.
No.
Roman Polanski.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Sir Miguel. I was just about to say that. And they talk about taking people awards and even talk about taking R. Kelly's Grammys and all this and all that. Roman Polanski got a damn Oscar when he was on the lam from the U.S. over there in Europe. He won an Oscar while being on the run. And they still hadn't asked that man to get his Oscar back.
But they want to fucking mute somebody. Exactly. Come on now. Legacy said, and Elvis stole the voice and dance style from a black. Oh, let's not forget Mama Thornton, Young Dolph auntie. He stole her whole life. Facts. Then y'all think he did if you want to. Why his Social Security number still been working all these years? All right, operate. How does a dead man Social Security operate? Ooh. All right.
Yep, that's a good question.
How does one who's dead, Social Security number, and everything in the state still be booming and operating? Now, shit, dead man, listen. Dead man, a dead woman is a dead person. Ain't shit operating in that. Period. Yeah, he stole from Chuck Berry, but he also stole what that shit was. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. That shit was Mama Thornton shit. He stole that lady whole life, and they didn't get what they paid the lady back then. Money went there. Y'all know you get a big old bag of grits probably for 10 cents, like way back in them days. They paid that lady $500 to shut the fuck up and took her whole life from her. She later allegedly drunk so much till she,
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, they said she drunk so much till she drunk herself to death, but I don't think that's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Something else.
Yeah, they've been erasing us, as legacy say.
Of course, I told y'all there's no successful black artist living that is worth a lot of money, that is well known worldwide. Still, they kill all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He'll even Eddie Griffin said it on one interview. He said, any black man in the industry never leaves clean.
Nope. In that
song.
song.
He said that, and even they'll go back and try to bring up new rumors on some past one on past greats. That's why I brought the point about Rick James a while back being accused of supposed to be sexually assaulting or molesting a 15-year-old back in 1979, and she was supposed like some type of group home or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then also Sinead O'Connor came up with a memoir.
Yeah.
And was talking about a dark a quote unquote dark encounter that she had with Prince, when that shit almost sounds like a deleted scene from Interview of a Vampire. The way that shit sounds. I mean, like, y'all not only trying to destroy the current black icons, but y'all want to go back and rewrite shit on the past ones.
Mm-hmm. And look, J Rock, that makes sense now when you just said that. You remember when MJ did that thing at Sony, and he was like, so many of and he laid the foundation and started naming all of them from James Brown to Marvin Gaye. And check out what you just said. You heard what you just said about that allegation? That's why Mike said what he said. So that goes back to show y'all that all of them were framed. They were set up to destroy them.
Because they was even mad at Michael Jackson for helping what's my man name?
Excuse me.
What's his name? Jesus. What is his name?
Who?
The one with the perm.
Prince.
Not Prince. The older gentleman.
The one with the perm.
What I wished all the makeup. What's his name?
Not James Brown.
Not James Brown. Had some
Richard
pretty eyes. No, Richard. No.
Not Little Richard.
Little Richard.
Little Richard. Yeah, Little Richard.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Little Richard. Michael Jackson was help him got his royalties back from Sony too.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn Little Richard. I had forgot all about Little Richard.
And they didn't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was also helping James Brown in the mid '80s too with his stuff.
Yep, I believe that because I remember. I would just love to been on a fly on the wall or anywhere when that concert that I saw, that when James Brown had this show and Michael Jackson had showed up, and Prince was also in the audience, and while Michael was on stage, he whispered in James Brown's ear, said Prince is here too, and then he called out for Prince to come on stage. So it was the only time I ever saw James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince at the same show.
Oh, that was a threat. They was a threat then. Y'all know that, right?
And this was in, and I think the video, it was like 1982, 83. And this was in Los Angeles, around, I think, Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it was.
They was a threat, y'all.
And I don't know whoever was in, all those people in attendance, I don't know what they would have. I don't know if they knew exactly what they had witnessed, because they never would. You would never see another
moment like that.
Another moment like that with 3 iconic figures in the same arena like that.
Yeah, that was legendary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got the pioneer James Brown and the fruits of his labor, Michael Jackson and Prince. So it was like the past greatness and the current / future greatness all on the stage at the same time.
That was a threat there. All of them on that stage, yeah, that was a threat. Bet you they were threatened. And guess what? I bet you the promoter knew what he was doing.
Oh, you know he had to, especially if you could just really think about the fact that, I mean, I bet even the videos of that alone is worth so much.
Legacy said that would have been equivalent to Kelly on stage with Tupac and DMX doing a song. Wow.
And I don't disagree with that either.
Me either. God, me either. All righty, fam. So y'all, here we go with this shit they got going on. Okay. So y'all, we thank y'all so much for coming on. Thank you so much, Tips Love 2. Blessings, J-Rock. Blessings, Sir Miguel. Before we leave, is there anything else you all would like to put out there?
I'm gonna put out there and say this again. Thank you again for allowing me to be on your panel. I love what you're doing. I'm gonna continue to support it. And for those of y'all that's in the chat, stay prayed up. Keep God first. And always remember, we have the victory no matter what, no matter how crazy it get. And don't allow this emotional, chaotic world to bring you down, but always keep positivity around you.
Amen. For sure. Blessings. So y'all, I love you all and thank you all so much. Tips Love 2, J-Rock, Sir Miguel, Mr. Bass, Mr. I love you all. Also, blessings to everyone in the comment section. I ask that when you all leave out, please hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel. So the next time we go live, you all will get the notification. See you all again on tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. 9:30 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time. Thank you so much.
Boss lady, check your email too.
Okay, babe. Gotcha.
Okay, got it.
Blessings.
Y'all have a great night. Blessings.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Good night. Blessings to all of you all.
For sure.